from the Hawks Nest. We've got men's volleyball here on Humber College North Campus, a marquee matchup between the Humber Hawks and the Sheridan Bruins. I'm Josh Rawlings. Alongside here with me is Danielle D'Entremont and Danielle. We've got a great matchup between these two marquee teams.
Ooh.
What are some highlights player-wise who we should look at as a whole?
Well, I mean, Humber's coming in undefeated 3-0. Clayton Blanchette, we saw him killing it
In
practicing. He's #1 in the OCAA right now. You don't want to get in front of him. He's got a 5.5 points per set average. Looking on the other side, Sheridan coming in at 3-2. Christian Dela Cruz, definitely going to want to look out for him. An established veteran coming in with 3.2 points per set average. Also another established veteran, Chris Adams, coming in. And a first-year, Ross McCauley, look out for him, showing huge potential.
Definitely, we have two marquee teams and a marquee matchup, and we saw the division standings right here. Sheridan standing at 4th, Humber sitting in at 5th.
Ooh.
Hopefully this game will help push Humber up the rankings and maybe Sheridan down, or maybe the other way around. We don't know. Fanshawe sitting well up there, 5-1. Mohawk 2nd, 4-0. St. Clair 3-3. What do you think Humber has to do here, a key to the game to kind of shut down Sheridan?
I think they're going to have to stay really strong on that defense. I mean, staying away from Dela Cruz is going to be definitely tough. Dela Cruz coming in at 9th in the OCAA. They did have a tight loss against the OCAA. Fanshawe went the top of the OCAA. Sheridan men's are doing quite well this season with only 2 losses.
All right, starting lineups for the Hawks coming up right now. Starting lineups for the Hawks coming up right here. Hawks starting 5 has got the #1 offensive player in the OCAA, Clayton Blanchette, and also in warm-ups, we wanted to keep an eye there on Alex Gibbs. He smashed home a couple of hits in the pregame, which had us both startled up here in the booth.
Ooh, yeah, definitely going to have to look out for him. And Adam Kinishido, the setter, outside hitter for the Humber Hawks.
And we got the game rolling right now. First set. Both teams looking like a little bit of a discussion going on. And it seems that Humber is going to receive the first serve. Starting the game off with the serve is Nicholas Quibbin. From Brampton, Ontario, his first year.
Ooh, first year coming in strong.
And from Brampton.
Your
Good on him.
hometown.
Good on him. Serves up strong. Nice set for the Bruins. Oh. But it's looking like an error there for the Bruins. Touch the net and leads to a Hawk point.
Starting off strong for the Hawks.
And yet on the other side for the Bruins, a mistake. Quibbin back on the serve. Starts it strong. Ooh, but a little bit too much mustard on that one. It goes out of bounds. The server makes an error, and now the Bruins have scored a point. It's all tied up, 1-1 in the first set. Serving is #9, Justin Kong. Nice set there. And a smash by Blanchette.
Ooh.
And it just rolls just in, and Blanchette gets the point, showing off why he's #1 in the OCAA.
Definitely
In
coming in at
kills.
6'5". Look at him at jumps. He barely has to, just soaring over that net.
Monstrous slam.
Ooh.
As Kobe John is now serving. Awesome name. Nice dig, solid set there, and a nice slam there by the Bruins. Wow, you can hear the smash from that as it ricocheted off the ground.
Beautiful.
Now it's tied 2-2 for the Bruins and the Hawks.
That was Ricky Davids coming in at 6 foot there. Beautiful on the replay.
Serving for the Bruins is Christian Dela Cruz. Fun fact, he went to my high school. The serve a little bit short off the net. Maybe I mentioned our high school and he freaked out. Bruins trying to rotate the ball, and the Hawks close the door. Another hit coming down, and that's it. And that's a point for the Bruins. A nice smash for the Bruins, showing that smash mouth offense. the hard hits.
Coming in from Sean LaSala, beautiful on the kill there, coming in at his first year.
And De La Cruz up to serve again. And we thought it was too much on it, but it stayed in, and so that's an ace for De La Cruz. Good for him.
De La Cruz, definitely one of the veterans to look out for. Coming in at a 3.4 kill average.
Exactly, and De La Cruz has got 5 service aces, so that'll be number 6 for him for the year.
Ooh.
With the spike. Nice save there by the Hawks. Blanchette is going to send it over to the other side. The Bruins recover, and here comes the hit. Oh!
Ooh.
Nice and short. Hawks unable to capitalize on that. Looks like they were just a little bit too short to that.
Gibbs just missing that one. We can see in the replay right here. He comes over to reach for it. Just a bit short.
Gibbs was on his knee and ergo unable to make the stretch as De La Cruz serves again. And the serve. Oh!
The power off of that serve from De La Cruz is just unreal. His hitting percentage is .293.
That's off Quibbin, and that leads to a Hawks timeout. 6-2 is the score. Bruins up 4 in the first set. Here we're going fourth, and Danielle. The power serves from Christian De La Cruz seem to be a big factor against the Hawks right now.
Definitely. I mean, this is not going to be a blowout game at all. It's going to be super close. Looking at this, I can't believe they already have 6 points up there on the board. I mean, it's moving quickly.
The ace from De La Cruz helped to move them forward, and a couple of errors on the hands of the Hawks has helped leading them push them forward as Wayne Wilkins talks to his team, making sure they're on the right track. He's been here 23 years. I think the man knows what he's doing.
Definitely, and just staying intact on that defense and staying focused, establishing that middle. Definitely just a few little defensive errors, as you said. Just staying focused is going to be key to the Hawks pulling through in this game.
Absolutely, and the Bruins playing strong offensively, trying to keep that clip going up, showing why they're 4th in the league.
Oh, yes, they are. Showing off.
4th in the conference, excuse me. All right, setting up again. De La Cruz on the serve. Started off strong, trying to keep up with the hot hand. And a nice dig there. Solid set. And Blanchette coming with the hit. Oh, but the nice block by the Bruins. Bring up their 3rd wall. And Humber tries to bring it back, but Josh Liang was not able to reach that in time. The libero, Josh Liang, was not able to get there.
Ricky Davids coming in with 18 kills this season so far from the Bruins.
De La Cruz with a nice serve again. But Blanchette bringing it back in. Ooh.
Ooh.
That was nice and strong, and it stayed in to our surprise. It looked like out of bounds for us, but he kept it in. Beautiful. That's another kill for Blanchette.
Beautiful, just barely. We can see that on the replay there. Just stays in. Point for the Hawks.
And the serve by the Hawks. Bruins keeping up strong with the offensive upkeep as Macaulay Ross smashes that one home. As sub comes in, number 6.
Oh, beautiful.
Number 6, Macaulay Ross comes in. Excuse me, Ricky Davids with the massive smash prior.
David's absolutely a threat this game.
Blanchette with a nice little tip over to the other side. Set here by the Bruins. Oh, and a nice little tip over by the Bruins. Hawks are going to keep it moving, though. Oh, unable to do anything as they were at their limit for the max amount of hits on their possession. Got to be careful about that going forward.
Yeah, just a bit of a throwaway there from Blanchette. These boys just need to stay a little bit more focused.
Fun fact, Chris Adams, who is up serving now, also went to my high school. Really weird. This is weird.
Did they all go to your high school,
apparently,
or what happened there?
The Hawks return it, get it up and over the net, but the Bruins with a nice dig. Hit it over and making sure that the Hawks are working for this point. Oh! And that's too strong there for Gibbs. He showed off some massive smashes earlier in the pregame, and it just seems like he's not been able to connect on that one.
Just a bit too powerful almost. Yeah. Dangerously powerful. He needs to tone it down a little bit.
Little bit. So Adams returns for the serve. Served by Adams. Nice dig there. Keeping it up for Gibbs. Gibbs smashes it, and it's going to go over the Sheridan bench and actually right past us. That was a little bit startling. And now, actually, the Hawks have scored a point right over there. You can see us. You can see me in that wonderful yellow shirt. We're rocking it. Score is 4-10. Bruins are up 6.
Hawks can't get comfortable in this one.
As Blanchette is up to serve. My goodness, he is a tall man. And he gets the ace. Kind of tips it in. looks at his coach, smiles, and says, yeah, I just did that.
That smile is beautiful as well. That's just my commentary.
Oh, goodness.
The audience, though, the energy in this room, just amazing going for the Hawks.
Absolutely. Blanchette with the serve again, but it's too strong.
I think I psyched him out.
You did. He thought he heard that he was cute, and he was immediately taken out.
I'm just saying the smile is nice.
Substitution for the Bruins as their libero subs off with a quick short time, and De La Cruz moves back. Ricky Davids with the serve. And the hit over. Nice dig there. Looking for a solid hit. Oh, Blanchette dives. But it still stays in bounds, and that's a point to the Bruins. 12-5 is the score in this first set. Danielle, would you be worried if you're the Hawks right now? You're already down.
Oh, yeah.
You're already down 7.
Nice rally there, though. Lasala coming in from his first year with a beautiful kill.
Ricky Davids with the serve. Nice set there by the Hawks. Oh, Gibbs with a nice little tip. Oh, dive by the Bruins, but they save it successfully. Nice hit there. Nice bump there by Blanchette. Solid set over. Going up, and here's the hit from De La Cruz, and he punches it in for the kill. And he's feeling it, and so are the Bruins as they are up 13-5 here in this first set. Looks like the Hawks are having a little bit of struggle against this high-powered Sheridan offense.
De La Cruz is a force to be reckoned with. 3.41 kills per set average. I mean, he's a force to be reckoned with. We should be scared.
Maybe I should play volleyball, considering all these people from my high school are just killing it. Gibbs tipping it over for the Hawks. Bruins return it back, though. They're not feeling it. Nice set there. Solid dig. Oh, but the block by the Bruins. Getting their hands right over the net perfectly to the amount where it disturbed the Hawks. And timeout's going to be called here by the Hawks. 14-5's the score in the first set. The Hawks are struggling up against this high-powered Bruins offense here on BRTV. Danielle, what are your thoughts so far against this high-powered Bruins offense? It's surprising.
Well, yeah, Josh, I mean, as we're seeing in that replay, that's Gibbs just missing it. He's coming in at 6'4", second year for the Hawks. A key player of ours, 27 kills thus so far in this season coming into this game, and 3 kills per set average. Really strong player, just a few little fumbles on that offense. Definitely getting a bit intimidated by big players like De La Cruz. They're going to have to refocus in this game.
Absolutely, and prior to that shot with Blanchette and Wilkins, you saw a shot of Frank Pinto talking to his troops, the coach for Sheridan. He's definitely happy with the way they're playing offensively. As you can see, the Humber squad is squatting up, so to say, and I think it's time for our crowd to get loud and show that they're here and really help our Hawks rally forward.
Definitely. Ricky Davids is a key player for the Bruins right now as well. It's hard when you're getting shadowed by De La Cruz, but he is coming at 18 kills into this game, coming up to serve.
And speaking of Ricky Davids, he's up to serve currently, and it seems like the Hawks are going to be trying their best to turn this around, as their first set is probably not going as ideally as they thought they would.
Probably not.
Probably not. Ricky Davids with the serve. Nice set there. You can hear Gibbs calling for it. I got it, and he does indeed get it right off of a Bruin and gets the point. That's 6 points for the Hawks, 14 for the Bruins, and that's 2 kills there for Gibbs himself. Gibbs and Blanchette with 2 kills each. Serving up his number 10, Quentin Hudgens. Nice set there. Oh, look at the elevation on that hit. Set. Going again. Good defense there by the Hawks to shut it down. But an error is going to lead to the Bruins' point. Unfortunately for the Hawks, that's 6-15 for the Bruins. Bruins are playing strong.
But they should be intimidated by Alex Gibbs coming in there. You can see he's strong, he's flexing his muscles, and he's ready to go. As
we can see Sean Lasala with the serve. And the massive vertical earlier. The dive for the dig. Oh! And Gibbs punches it home, and he is feeling himself, to quote Nicki Minaj.
What did I say?
Beyonce.
You should be scared of him.
It's got to be the ponytail. It's got to be the ponytail.
It's everything. Gibbs coming in with a 3.0 kills per set average.
7-15 is the score as Gibbs spikes it up for the serve. Nice set there. Watching out for De La Cruz, but the Hawks shut the door on him. Nice set there. De La Cruz coming back again with a soft tip, but Gibbs brings it back up. Rotating it, Blanchette with the hit, but way too much heat on it, and it leads to the error. And the point for the Bruins. 16-7 is the score. And up for Sheridan is Macaulay Ross. Oh, seems to be a little bit of confusion. Substitution as Boucherette subs out for Ricky Davids. Setting up here for the Hawks. Oh, Gibbs with a nice hit right off of a Bruins player. Keeping the rally up. Dela Cruz punching it over. Hawks say no, but the Bruins say yes, and the officials say yes as well. That's a point for the Bruins.
Ooh.
Off of the error on the Hawks. Got to be frustrated with that rally there, Danielle.
Gibbs pretty upset about that one, actually yelling at the ref. He's not used to this kind of playing, coming in an average percentage of .339.
Definitely a player who keeps his heart on his sleeve as the Sheridan Bruins have been playing well. Macaulay Ross up to serve. 17-7 is the score. 10-point lead for the Bruins. Hawks should be a little cautious as there seems to be a continuous meeting between the Hawks players as well as the line referee. Probably just trying to say, tell Gibbs, calm down. Calm down, young fella.
Trying to keep that undefeatedness as well. They're 3-0, so a lot's on the line for the Hawks right now. They definitely really want to win this one.
And the serve is up. Up, over, and out. So that's a point for the Hawks. 8-17 is the count. That's a service error there, and Macaulay Ross must not be happy with him. Actually, Macaulay Ross has a striking resemblance to Macaulay Culkin.
He does. I keep on wanting to call him Macaulay Culkin. Macaulay Culkin. Try and say that 5 times fast, I dare you.
Macaulay Culkin. Nicholas Quibbin with the serve. But unfortunately, fortunately
we
for him.
found their good luck charm. It's hearing Macaulay Culkin 5 times fast.
Apparently,
That's
it looks like I'll be
need.
saying that at halftime. Solid ace right there.
Beautiful.
For Quibbin.
Boys are getting
gonna
back in the game.
Exactly. Quibbin's going to go at it back again. 17-9 is the score. Nice serve there by Quibbin. Solid set. Watch out for Dela Cruz here. Oh! Punches it in, and Quibbin dives for it.
Ooh.
And there seems to be a little bit of discourse here going on for the Hawks as they're unhappy with the call. Quibbins is telling his team to calm down. It's a fair call, but they're unhappy with the call. Take a look at it back again really quickly. Nice hit here by Dela Cruz. And there was only 3 hits there, and they called it. Oh, definitely a hard call for the ref, but they're going to give it to the Bruins. Service here from the Bruins. Nice set. Oh!
Ooh!
Little mix up. Thought it was a set, but just tipped it over for the nice wipe. Good shot there.
Beautiful
10
sneak
points
attack.
for the Hawks, 18 for the Bruins, and a substitution's coming on. Number 1, Cody Burton subbing in for Kobe John, the man with the best name in volleyball.
And also with that beautiful sneak attack there by Kobe John. Did not see that one coming.
That was Adam Kinoshita with the sneak attack, actually. Keeping it 100 on that side.
I just like Kobe's name. I wanted to bring him up.
So fantastic. Cody Burton with the serve. Here comes the hit from the Bruins, but the Hawks keeping it going. Blanchette with the huge hit. Oh! And a miscommunication there for the Bruins, which leads to the point for Blanchette. You can see Sheridan, especially Boucherette, diving for it as they call for timeout. 11-18 is the score.
My
Bruins
goodness.
up 7, but the Hawks are making a comeback. Don't you agree, Danielle?
Ooh, definitely. They're getting their offensive swing for sure, establishing that middle and keeping that defense with these tall men up in front. And I was going to mention, Dela Cruz looks short on his team, but we have to remember he's standing at 5'11". So quite a tall team coming from the Sheridan Bruins. Chris Adams standing at 6'3", same with Macaulay Ross at 6'3" as well. Tall team, and they're definitely keeping the defense and the offense tight this game, Josh.
In comparison to Humber, the tallest team on the Hawks, the tallest player on the Hawks is 6'9". The tallest person on the Bruins is only 6'3", so Humber definitely has the height advantage here, but it seems that the Bruins are down and dirty offensively, hitting some hard balls and leading to some wonderful kills here.
Check some replays of that. A beautiful set. Ricky Davids coming in with some beautiful kills this game.
And Ricky Davids, in the combination of Davids, Dela Cruz have been playing a key factor for this Bruins high-powered offense.
Just lethal, eh, Josh?
Absolutely. As Cody Burton is up to serve for the Hawks. 18-11 is the score in this first set. Tightly contested. Set serve there from Burton. Nice set. Watch out for Dela Cruz. And a little communication here. Watch out for Gibbs, and he punches it in for the kill. That's a point for the Hawks, and that's 12-18 is the score.
They are not going to let this one slip away. They're going to fight tooth and nail for this one. 6-point difference.
And Gibbs has got 4 kills to his name. Service from the Hawks. Nice dig there by the Bruins. Ricky David with a hit. But Hawks are going to keep it moving. Blanchette with the hit and demolishes it.
Blanchette just absolutely demolishing it there.
That's his
He's got
fourth kill of the game.
kills.
Oh my
Whew.
goodness.
I
Both
can't even
Danielle
believe
and I
that.
are on the same page. Blanchette is terrifying.
Him and Gibbs both have 4 kills right now. And that's going to be a...
And that's an error on the side of the Bruins on the service, leading to a point for the Hawks and a timeout called for the Bruins. That's 2 timeouts within back-to-back minutes. Coach Frank Pinto is not liking what he's seeing, and on the other side, Wayne Wilkins is loving what he's seeing from his Hawks. Don't you agree, Danielle?
Oh, yeah, they're all fired up right now. I mean, at 4 kills each, these boys are definitely fighting for this. That's Alex Gibbs and Clayton Blanchette. Both of them working really hard on that offense to bring it back. I mean, it's only a 4-point game now. These boys are not going to go down without a fight, both teams.
The gym's filled here at the Humber North Campus College Gymnasium, as well as we're here talking about the wonderful game of volleyball that's going on, and the impact of Dela Cruz, as well as the combination of Ricky Davids, has been very crucial for this Bruins offense, which has come to a slowdown, surprisingly.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I think that they're gonna pull back now. Maybe they got a little bit too comfortable, but Dela Cruz with the sneak attacks, he's definitely going to be coming back.
Absolutely, and on the other side, the Hawks should be more take advantage of Kinoshita with that quiet but saucy wipe. And the serve here from Burton. Here comes the hit from Dela Cruz. Oh,
Ooh.
And Quibbin was not able to keep a hand on it. Leads to the point for the Bruins. Dela Cruz is hitting those balls aggressively.
I mean, 58 kills coming into this game. He is a force to be reckoned with. The Hawks should be scared of him.
And speaking of Dela Cruz, here he is on the service. Nice dig by Quibbin. And Blanchette with the hit. Whew. Solid dig there. Blanchette tips it back, though. Dela Cruz with the dive. Are they going to get it over? Yes, they can. Nice little set there. Bringing it up. Oh! And the Bruins are going to keep it going here. Oh, subtle. The Hawks didn't think that was coming. Gibbs saves it. Diving for the pancake is Quibbin, but he's unsuccessful in being able to return the ball to the other side. Great hustle there by Quibbin and great hustle by the Hawks, but unfortunately was not able to return that back as we look quickly back on that play. And you can see the hustle there from Quibbins for the pancake. Unsuccessful.
3 of them on the ground on that one.
Dela Cruz for the service for the Bruins. Great dig there by the Hawks. And Blanchette with the hit.
Whew.
And the Bruins have nothing but to do. Boucherit took the ball to the chest and gave the Hawks that point. 15-20 is the score. Tightly contested, only a 5-point game as Adam Kinoshita is up for service. Service by Kinoshita. Oh.
Dela Cruz just
And that's an
letting
ace
that
for
one out.
Kinoshita. Dela Cruz hesitated, thought it was staying in, but it wasn't. And it ended up staying in. Ace for Kinoshita.
Beautiful ace there.
Kinoshita, 5'11" from Brampton, Ontario, 3rd year. Man, Brampton seems to be a trend here. Oh, Blanchette spikes it home into the face of Dela Cruz. You can see Dela Cruz was not happy with that, and now he is being substituted.
Blanchette coming from St. Catharines, like maybe one of the only people not from Brampton, playing today.
Dela Cruz subbed out for Flavio Polo. Wonderful names all around as Kinoshita serves it. Polo with the hit, goes up and over, and that's out of bounds. The error there by Polo. That's the fresh rotation maybe affecting it.
We saw Davids with his back to the ball there as well, not quite looking at the play.
Score is 18-20.
Ooh.
Hawks are only down 2. Kinoshita with the service. Polo with the hit. Oh, with the nice punch over there for the Bruins, but it leads to the error, and the Hawks are only down 1 point now.
My goodness.
We're going to take a quick look at that, and that's just an error there, not being able to get the extent to the interior of the court. Kinoshita with a nice service right there. Oh! Punches it home is Chris Adams, unrelentlessly showing no grit.
Coming off of Josh Liang, our libero on the Humber Hawks team from Scarborough, Ontario, coming in at his 1st year.
Rewarded with the kill and as well. Chris Liang is rewarded with the service. Liang sets it up to Gibbs. Gibbs unsuccessful. Bruins hit it and it's way out of bounds. La Sala seems to be putting a little bit too much mustard on it, and now it seems to be affecting the team as both. As Chris Chris Adams, is substituted out for Liam Boucherit. And Blanchette is up for service. Solid serve. Polo with the set. Oh, Gibbs tips it back over to the other side. Watch out for the hit. Blanchette dives to hit it. Going into the crowd is Gibbs. And Liang tips it over the other side. Coming up for the hit there is Macaulay Ross.
Kind of lost their focus there after it almost went into the crowd, didn't they?
Almost did. Gibbs showed some great hustle there, but Macaulay Ross showed the extra effort and got the point for the Bruins. 22-20 is the score as Dela Cruz subs in and takes out the freshly subbed Polo. Coach may not be happy with his performance.
Service here coming from Ricky Davids.
Blanchette on the dig. Coming up is Gibbs, and Chris Adams makes the mistake of reaching out to stop that. And the hard punch from Gibbs sends it back. His subs coming in for the Hawks.
Chris Adams coming in at 6'3" in his 4th year for the Sheridan Bruins. Just off of him, just barely.
Kobe John and Josh Pascal have subbed in for the Hawks as Pascal takes the ball for service. Pascal is the shortest player on the team, but he's probably got the biggest heart. Oh, nice tip there. Indifferent about what's going to happen. Gibbs is going to go up for it and surprise them with a light little hit. Nothing too difficult. Going up for it. Oh, and Gibbs shuts the door on the Bruins. Doesn't allow them to get any closer to the net than they should be. And really shutting down Lasala. Lasala has been trying his best over the past couple of possessions really to get into it and seems to not be succeeding.
Creating a complete defensive wall right there.
Josh Pascal for service. Oh, a little bit close off the net. Oh, what a fumble by the Bruins. And Justin Kong fumbles it, and it leads to the Hawks getting the lead, 23-22. And what a comeback. Danielle, I said it before, quietly in my head, but not out loud, but I was feeling a comeback. And here it is. Oh, but it's okay. Pascal unfortunately commits the service error.
You're jinxing it.
Leads to his substitution as Liang subs in, as well as on the other side. Boucherit subs out for Ricky Davids as Lasala is up for service.
Pascal coming to us from the Philippines as well.
And Lasala with the serve. Oh, deep dig there. Oh, and Dela Cruz punches it home. You can see the look on his face. He was proud of himself with that hit. And unfortunately,
almost off the foot there.
Exactly, and unfortunately for the Bruins, for the Hawks, that was just like that Kanye West song that was popular back in '05. It all falls down.
Let's see, it's a 1-point game right now.
Sean Lasala with the serve for the Bruins. Blanchette with the dig. Nice move there by Kinoshina. And Gibbs almost gets it off the hit. Macaulay Ross, but no, they're going to fake it to Dela Cruz. Kinoshina sets it up for Quibbin. Quibbin unsuccessfully brings it over, and we've got a rally here, folks. Kinoshina up for Gibbs. Oh, but that's going to be a net error in the side of Humber, and that's going to lead to the end of the match and the Bruins winning the first set. Danielle, what are your thoughts on this high-powered game so far?
Wow, this is not a faraway game at all. I mean, these boys are fighting tooth and nail to keep up with each other. The Bruins just winning in that final moment. I mean, the Hawks ahead for a bit. It's just insane out here.
Definitely momentum has played a factor for both of these teams as the the Hawks rally back from their deficit to almost nearly beat the Bruins, but unfortunately errors seem to be the main dish of the entree, as some would say in that course, which led to the downfall. But overall, both teams seem to be playing well.
Yeah, and I mean, you can see why Dela Cruz is ranked 9th in the OCAA, a very established veteran, 2.7 points per set average.
And we want to talk a little bit about it in the pregame. You could see that all the Humber Hawks men were wearing the blue shirts for Movember. It is Movember, which is for men's prostate cancer. We're going to take a little look at some important facts when it comes to Movember. And welcome back to the Hawks Nest. I must ask you a question. How awesome is this game? But I'll shave it for later, as I'm here, Josh Rawlings with Danielle Dontramon. And
One more time.
One more time.
Dontramon here on the side of the court.
We're having a good time down in the booth as the Bruins have won the first set, and the Hawks are not trailing far behind after that first set. Really came back from the deficit. Danielle, what do you think are the keys going forward for the Hawks?
I mean, just play Blanchette as much as possible. Look at this replay reel going in right now. Quite a few good spikes coming in from Sheridan, but boom, Blanchette just shutting it down.
Absolutely, and the front three have been a big effect for the Hawks. As Gibbs, Blanchette,
definitely,
in combination with Kinoshina, have been putting up a trio, a three-headed dragon of offensive firepower. And on the other side, Dela Cruz, among others in the supporting cast, seem to be affecting the defense of Humber.
Yes, definitely. Sheridan coming in with Dela Cruz, Chris Adams, and McCauley as big players in this game. And it definitely
is a great match going on so far. We're looking forward to the second set.
Anybody's game,
exactly.
I'm telling you.
Humber looking to turn it around. And you know, as Kevin Garnett once said back in the 2008 NBA Finals.
What did he say, Josh?
Anything is possible. Anything is possible as we start off this second set here. Sheridan Bruins take the first set.
Woo.
Hawks trailing.
Making a believer out of me, Josh. I'm telling you. Inspirational speeches up there.
I got the Shamrock tattooed on my arm for a reason. I'm a Celtics fan for life. But I'm more importantly, I'm a Hawks fan. Bruins starting off with the service in the second set, as we have Justin Kong serving for the Bruins.
Ooh.
Nice service. Kinoshina sending it up. Blanchette with the shot. Blocked by the Bruins. Gibbs dives for it. Kinoshina tips it over in a way that the Bruins can't reach for it. Going up to Ricky Davids. But Kinoshina sets it for Blanchette. Blanchette punches it home, but no avail as the rally continues. Dela Cruz with the hit, but no. Kinoshina and Kobe John say no. I'm just going to say Kobe because honestly, it's hard for me not to say Kobe.
I mean, you
with
want
the basketball
to, right?
fan in me.
But I mean, these boys are making a volleyball fan out of me. I'm telling you, this is a good, close game.
High-powered. I'm a little bit scared of the ball coming this way and shattering my glasses as Kobe John has the serve for the Hawks. Nice dig there. Gets it over the end, and that's going to stay in, and that's going to be a point for the Bruins. 2-1 is the score. Bruins lead by 1.
Kobe just letting that one out. He's a first year coming from Toronto, Ontario, as we'll see in this replay.
Sorry, 1-1, excuse me.
You are excused, Josh.
I am excused. Dela Cruz with the service here for the Bruins. Kinoshina with the set. Blanchette is stonewalled by the Bruins. But here comes Gibbs. Oh, and he just didn't have the right angle on it. Or it may have been almost 4. That seemed to be the issue, but it led to the point for the Bruins. 2-1 is the score.
Gibbs and Blanchette coming in as a real power team in this game.
Definitely the catalyst for this Humber offense.
Blanchette coming in with 6 kills so far this game.
Dela Cruz with service. Gibbs with the set. The dig by Kinoshina and the shot by Blanchette leading to the point for the Hawks. 2-2 all. That's his 7th kill of the game. Blanchette's having quite a game for himself.
And what a dig as well by Gibbs. I mean, get that boy a shovel.
Oh, goodness, that was a good one. Kinoshina with the service. Set there by Dela Cruz and tipped over by Adams. Gibbs punching it down, but it's not happening. The hustle by the Bruins getting it over the net successfully, but Gibbs hits it. And the Bruins unsuccessfully stop the offense, and that was a rally and a half. Don't you agree?
Really, just watching Gibbs gets me fired up. I don't know about you, watching that replay right now, seeing the energy he's got. Just amazing. They almost lost it there, brought it back. Real hustle by Sheridan to keep it in.
Kinoshina with the service and back and forth. Gibbs dives for it, throwing great hustle, showing he's really the heart and soul of this team when it comes to that energy and that explosiveness. Unfortunately, leading to the point for the Bruins. 3-3 all in this second set. Bruins have won the first set, but currently it's a tie game right now.
Oh, it's a close one, bud.
Adams up to serve. Nice dig there by Quibbin. Oh, and Blanchette punching it. But it's going to stay in, and that's going to be a point for the Bruins. Oh, it's going to stay out, unfortunately. That's a point for the Bruins.
Ooh,
Excuse me.
Pretty close, though.
I'm getting too excited.
Gibbs has 6 kills right now.
Adams serviced, and it's tipped over by the Hawks. Nice dig there. Getting it over is Macaulay Ross. Kinoshita with the set. And Gibbs with the punch. 1-2. What you gonna do? Humber Hawks score points on you. That's 4-4 all.
Beautiful fakes over there. See how Hudgens is deking them out, the other team. Just so intimidating with their offensive line on the Hawks.
And that's Clayton Blanchette here to serve. Having a great game for himself. 7 kills and 1 nice solid dig.
Ooh.
But he overshoots it on that one. That's a service error leading to the point for the Bruins.
Blanchette coming at 4.7 kills per set average. 3.30 hitting percentage.
Ricky Davids servicing for the Bruins seemed to have sustained an eye injury a little bit earlier in the game. And it seems to be affecting his serve as it is his left eye, but he is right-handed, leading to the point for the Hawks, 5-all.
Ooh, tight game for these boys. It is tight, eh, Josh?
It is, as Ross is subbed off. Unfortunately, seems to be he needs to have some more work done on his eyes as the Hawks service the ball. Oh, nice hit there by Macaulay Ross. They're unsure about the call, and it's leading to the Sheridan point off. Seems to be off. Kobe John kind of recognized that. He turned around, saw what happened, and was like, dang.
Good callie for Macaulay.
Oh, Waka Waka. Sean LaSala played pretty well for himself. 6-footer. Serving it up.
Ooh.
Coming out of nowhere is Gibbs. Oh, Dela Cruz looking kind of like a six-pack right there, getting a ball right to the face, but the Hawks are keeping the ball rotated. Same with the Bruins. Oh, the nice shot there by Quibbin, and he forces the Bruins to overextend, and almost landing in the front row is Chris Adams.
Quibbin also coming from Brampton, Ontario, playing as their libero. Seems like everyone on this team is coming in at his first year.
Well, there's only 2 Bramptonites, so. As Gibbon serves, he keeps it in, and that's another point for the Hawks. The Hawks seem to be rallying in this set, trying to keep up the same momentum they had at the end of the other set, which in only their undoing was errors.
Yes, and now ahead by 1 point.
And Gibbs with the serve. It's going to be a little bit out of bounds, so that leads to the service error and the point for the Bruins. Ooh, goodness. And Macaulay Ross is going to be up serving for the Bruins as substitutions occur. Butcherit subs out for Ricky Davids, who seems to be struggling with his eye as Macaulay Ross serves it up. Liang. Oh, Kobe.
Ooh.
Almost succeeds on that.
Just out there.
Kind of had like a Kareem Abdul hook to that, but unfortunately doesn't succeed on that. Too much mustard.
Just a few minor errors coming from the Hawks here.
As DJ Esco, Future, and Lil Uzi Vert said, too much sauce. Liang with the set. Quibbin with the hit, but 2. Oh, looking like it's staying in. I was surprised at that call. That's why I went off for Bruin. Scores 8-all. We've got a great game going on right now in the second set as Quibbin goes up to serve.
Anyone's set here, Josh.
It definitely is. Nicholas Quibbin from Brampton, been playing well for himself. He's got a couple of kills and a couple of digs to his name. Dela Cruz with the set. Oh, but he is sent back by Kinoshita. Kinoshita is feeling himself. Kinoshita is feeling himself, proud of himself. That was a solid block.
Ooh, and as he should be feeling himself. These boys are playing really good, not going to let it get away. 1 point lead.
9-8 is the score, and Quibbin's back to serve. Solid service, but seems to have a little bit too much on it. Quoting that same song I said before, too much sauce.
Baby's got sauce.
Baby got back, that's Sir Mix-a-Lot. And the point goes to the Bruins, 9-all, as Justin Kong for the service. Nice set there by Gibbons. Blanchette with the hit. Oh, and the dive going into the volleyballs. Kinoshita to Blanchette. Oh, a little too light. And the great volley ends up with Sheridan getting the point. That was great hustle there by LaSala. We want to take another look at that. Look at that hustle by LaSala.
Just hustling right into an entire tub of balls there.
Succeeding in not eating it and not bailing out. Good on him and not injuring himself. But Kobe John says Kobe and slams it home.
They might have got a bit too excited with that wicked play they had there for the Bruins.
They did. They may have been a little bit off kept for that. Leads to the 10-all score. Kobe John with the service. LaSala with the dig. Dela Cruz with the set. Quick tip over. Gibbs to Kinoshina. To Hudgens with the hit. Oh, but they block Ross. Kinoshina is holding down that front line right now. Gibbs with the set. Kinoshina with the set. Oh, little light tip right there. It seemed like he wanted to call. Hawks are keeping the ball rotated. And Blanchette with the hit. Right near the end, it's staying in, and that's a Hawks point. 11-10 is the score. Blanchette seems to be dominating that left side of the block.
We had a light tip over there from Hudgens coming off. Looked like he was going to hit it a bit harder. Coming from Port Perry, Ontario in his first year.
Kobe John with the service. A little bit too strong.
Kobe.
Not so Kobe. Well, actually, Kobe in his later days. Ends up being subbed out for Liang, Josh Liang. Dela Cruz with the service for the Bruins. 11-10 is the score. Hawks up by 1 as Dela Cruz slams it into the palms of Gibbs. Oh, and that's going to be a point for the Hawks. There's a net error there, leads to the point. It's 12-11 as a score, and Quentin Hudgens is really holding down that front court alongside Kinoshina. Kinoshina has been playing well, and he's now up for service. Nice shot there by Kinoshina. Dela Cruz with a set. Oh, but it's sent back. Adams tried to get it over, but it was sent back. Gibbs sets it up for Kinoshina, and then wants to get a little bit involved himself. Sends it out there, but the hustle there by the Bruins to keep it going. Dela Cruz gets it over. Liang with the set. Kinoshina gets it up, and Gibbs once again punches it in. With the assist from Kinoshina, and he is filling himself. And that leads to the Bruins timeout, and the Hawks are up by 2.
Oh, my goodness, Butcherat just running into the stands there. Both of these boys, LaSalle doing it earlier, they want this game, the Bruins.
And Kinoshina, the combination of Kinoshina and Gibbs and Blanchette on the offensive has really been affecting him. You can see Kinoshina there with Wayne Wilkins, definitely proud of his player. His center is doing pretty well for himself, 5'11", from Brampton. I mean, we always got to mention if he's a Brampton man or not, because it's very important.
And how many did you say are coming from your high school in this game today?
There are 2 kids from my high school. They are both Bruins.
And Kinoshina coming in with 3 digs and 1 kill. Just amazing stats up here. We're going to look at a few replays coming in.
And he's definitely got a couple assists to his name. Is playing well. The Hawks and the Bruins have been having a great game. Lots of hustle, lots of knit and grit. These players have been leaving it all out on the floor, and it shows in the scoreboard because of how close this game is.
Setting it up. Blanchette coming in with 8 kills and 1 dig. And then we've got Gibbs coming in with 3 digs and 8 kills. These boys are putting up some numbers tonight.
Kinoshina with the service.
2-point game.
Absolutely right, a 2-point game, and Kinoshina has the service. Letting it go. Dela Cruz with the dig. Oh, and Ricky just tips it over. Ricky Davids tips it over, and it leads to that point for the Bruins.
Beautiful play by the Bruins. Really just psyching out the other team. They move so
that every
gracefully.
time Davids goes up, they think he's going to spike it, but lately he's been taking it soft as Adams serves. Kinoshina up to Blanchette, but Blanchette smashes it into the concession stand and almost rolling into the popcorn. That's not one thing I want to get in my meal.
He is just hitting it so hard. You can tell he's a bit too excited about keeping this tie game, getting that lead.
Service to Blanchette. Adams with the set. Going over to Ricky David. Liang with the set. Watch out for Gibbs. Oh, but the nice return there by the Bruins. Keeping it close. Kinoshina with the bump, a set, and Blanchette's going to hit it. And it's not going to go very far. Dela Cruz is going to keep this rally going. Oh, but Gibbs saves it before it hits the ground, and he wants it. But he's going to give it to Blanchette instead. Nice set coming. Oh, keeping the rally going, Liang. Over to Gibbs. But this rally keeps going and going and going. Oh, Liang with the great hustle. Set up right there. Dela Cruz coming in. Oh, but good dig there to keep it throwing. Blanchette punches it too far. And that's going to be a point to Sheridan. And there seems to be a little bit of discourse going on there for the Hawks. Wayne Wilkins slamming down his clipboard in anger. The Hawks are not feeling this. Let's look back at this.
I never thought they had got that point.
We're going to take a quick look here.
Bringing it back over.
It's
Just
a hard
losing that
call.
point.
The ref's got a tough job. The hardest job in the world where you can be wrong and still keep your job. All right, so keeping it moving. Liang over to Gibbs. Oh, punches it. And Dela Cruz outstretches, and Gibbs is fired up. He is feeling himself. This is 14 all, and Dela Cruz is just not feeling it.
Yeah,
at all.
Gibbs is feeling everything. He's got the energy going, keeping it to the fans, and I'm feeling it too. Tie game.
You are definitely right. The energy is very palpable in this room as Blanchette serves it. Kong with the set. Ricky David with the shot. Dela Cruz saves it after the Hawks return. And Gibbs tips it lightly. Oh, great pancake there. And a nice set there coming up. It is a Gibbs, and it is. Oh, but they shut him down, but it's going out of bounds, and that's the point for Humber.
Ooh, beautiful play there by Sheridan. Butcherat coming in with that beautiful pancake, really running in for that. He's coming in his first year. You have to remember also, this team is 50-50. 7 newcomers and 7 old players on this team.
Quentin Hudgens and LaSala also playing a big role for the Bruins. Quentin Hudgens is up for service. Service is up, and it's in. That's going to be an ace for Hudgens.
Ooh.
Feeling himself. Seems to be my catchphrase is Hudgens from Port Perry, Ontario in his first year. Go get it, young fella.
Let's see what he can do. So young, so full of hope.
Like me years ago.
I think I
Unfortunately,
psyched him out a little bit.
You did. It seems to be a trend with us, unfortunately. Leads to the service error and the point for the Bruins. 16-15 is the score here in the second set. It's keeping it close as Ricky David has the service here for the Bruins. Service is up, and it looks like Colby John. No, it's Quibbin. Set up here for the Bruins, but it's set down by the Hawks, keeping their hands up and making sure to stop that ball before it gets over. Blanchette with the set. Kinoshina, but no, it's Gibbs spiking it and keeping it in for the point. That's 17-15. Gibbs has got 11 kills to his name. He's playing really well.
And 4 digs. I mean, he is just making sure people know that this is the Hawks' nest, and he does not want to lose on home court.
I dig it, for sure.
He's digging himself.
I'm running out of dig punts. Gibbs is up for service. Service by Gibbs. Dela Cruz with the set. Ooh, and the nice shot there by the Bruins. Good hustle by Gibbs. Gets it over the net with the assistance of Quibbins. Quibbins shuts the door on the Bruins. Doesn't allow it. Quibbins is feeling himself after the great hustle there by Gibbs.
Gibbs, can you dig it?
He can. He's throwing his body out there. He's just taking caution to the wind and just playing with his heart.
Ooh, putting everything in here.
Service by Gibbs. Set by Dela Cruz. And LaSala with the shot, but it's going to be out of bounds. Leads to the Hawks point. 19-15 is the score. And looks like Sheridan's going to take a timeout because the Hawks are on a roll. Just like Drake and Rihanna, they're rolling. Danielle, what can the Bruins do in this instance to stop this high-powered Hawks offense?
I mean, we're going to watch these replays right now. Drake and Rihanna did break up, so I'm hoping that doesn't happen to the Hawks today. They are keeping that crazy offense going. Gibbs definitely just coming in. He's got 11 kills, like you said, 4 digs. These boys are putting up some numbers. Blanchette coming in with 8 kills and 3 digs. Look at how they just put that intensity into everything they do. They really want this game. They are ahead 19-15 now.
Hustle seems to be playing a huge factor for both teams, as we've seen plays where both players and teams have been sacrificing their bodies on the lines. Specifically with LaSala and Gibbs, just putting it all out there for their teams.
Running into the stands even. I mean, these boys are giving their all for these games.
And the energy here in the Humber North College campus gymnasium is electric as Gibbs has up for the serve for the Hawks.
Ooh.
Set there by Dela Cruz. LaSala with the set as well. Going over to Adams. Blanchette with a little hit there. And Gibbs sending it back to the end. It's staying in, and he's getting another kill to his name. Good on for Gibbs. He's got 12 for the day. 20-15 for the Hawks. You can see Gibbs is just really being the lifeblood of the Hawks today. Dela Cruz with the set. Oh, to Macaulay Ross. And the tip off of Blanchette is going to lead to a Bruins point.
Gibbs coming into this game with a 3.0 kills per set average, hitting percentage of .339. I mean, he's a force to be reckoned with, and he's not going to let this game get away from the Hawks easily.
And it doesn't help that he's wearing Kobe's. That's always a big instance. I mean, just because of Bow Wow, the movie with Bow Wow, it's got to be the shoes.
They're playing basketball, but they're playing volleyball.
Two different sports. Game keeps going and going, and Macaulay Ross is stuffed by Kobe John.
I think that Gibbs could play any sport in those is what I'm saying. He could play basketball. He could play volleyball. He's taken anyone to the clinic today.
Flashing a little bit of that vertical as Quibbins returns to the service line. 21-16 is the score. Hawks are up by 5. Seems to be a little bit of a discourse occurring on the court. And now leading to the service. Weird. Dela Cruz sets. And Dela Cruz hits it. Oh, Kobe John with a nice little stuff right there. Oh, Liang sacrificing himself. Kinoshita with the set. And Gibbs, watch out for him as Adams hits it out. The dive for LaSala, and he just does not get to it close enough. That's the second time LaSala has sacrificed his body for the team. Actually, third time. He had a great near pancake earlier in the first set. It's kind of interesting to see both these teams are just putting it out there, wearing their colors on their sleeves.
LaSala coming in at a 1.39 kills per set average. A first year that does a lot for the Bruins.
And Quibbins. Service error and substitutions are coming in for the Bruins. Bucherit subs out.
Seeing Davids return to the court, see what he can do. He's been a pretty powerful player for the Bruins so far.
Davids returns as well in combination with a new player, which we don't have, apparently. He's so good, we don't know about him.
He's their secret weapon.
Exactly.
Josh.
Hawks setting up. Gibbs with a nice little touch lightly there. Ooh, moving it up and over there. To Blanchette. Bumped off the Bruins player. Set for Dela Cruz, but Kinoshita and Kobe set the wall and say, no, you can't do that. This is our house.
Welcome to our house.
But
Kobe shutting it down.
Unfortunately, it leads to the point for the Bruins. 22-18 is the score. Service coming from the Bruins. Kinoshita up to Gibbs. LaSala with the dig. Oh, and the punching it home is Adams. You could hear the smack on that. Sounded like the days of when I used to play tetherball as a kid, and I used to get beat all the time. As the Hawks call timeout.
Chris Adams coming in with 39 kills into this game, 2.29 kills per set average. In this game, he's got 5 digs and 3 kills. A powerful player on their team.
And you can see the power that came from that hit. The loud thud as it hit the ground.
I mean, speaking of the Bruins as well, Dela Cruz coming into this game, so powerful. He's got 9 digs and 5 kills. Such a key player to the Bruins.
Definitely having an impact offensively, but when we're talking about offense, we're talking the powerhouse offense of the Hawks with Alex Gibbs and Blanchette. They've been slowly Blanchette's been a little bit more quiet in this quarter. Gibbs has definitely taken over, but Kinoshita is still playing a fantastic role for the team.
And Gibbs' energy is just contagious. You can see how badly this guy wants it. Oh, he's flexing his muscles, yelling at the crowd, getting everyone fired up, arguing all the calls that he thinks are controversial. I mean, he really wants this game. Emotion
plays high as the Hawks and Bruins battle here at the Humber College North Gymnasium, and the crowd is electric here. We're all enjoying it, and we're keeping up with the electricity of the Hawks. The energy here is definitely palpable, and as you said, contagious.
You can feel it. 3 points to win the set. All the Hawks need.
Service here for the Bruins.
Number 12.
Serving for the Bruins. Dig there. Gibbs with the shot. And it's brought back by the Bruins. Rolls over the net. Nobody touches it. And that's an error for the Bruins and a point for the Hawks. As substitutions come in, Kobe John is going off. Right after the substitution goes through.
It's a quick miss by Chris Adams. Just missing the ball there just by an inch.
Kobe John subs off. Quibbin comes in combination with Cody Burton.
Ooh, see what they can deliver to this tight game.
And there was a substitution to the Bruins as well. Set up there from Kong to Dela Cruz. Quibbins says calls for it. Gibbs wants it. He gets it. And LaSala digs for it. Going up. LaSala's going to bring it back over to the other side. Gibbs sets it up. Kinoshita. Oh! Thought it was a set, but wanted to go for the offensive move. Dela Cruz almost gets stonewalled by the Hawks front three, but doesn't. Blanchette, who's been quiet this set, is trying to bring it back as the Bruins tip it up.
Ooh.
Dela Cruz thought he had it. The look on his face said, I got it, but he didn't. The score is 24-19 off that last point. The error by the Bruins.
Ooh.
And now Cody Burton back for service.
If they get this, they're going to win the set.
Absolutely, and that would be nice to tie the set up. Unos to unos. Oh, LaSala makes the mistake on the set, and that makes the mistake on the shot, and it leads to the Hawks winning the set. Battling forward with their high-powered offense, the combination of Gibbs, Blanchette, and Kinoshita playing a massive role for the Hawks. And for the other end, the Bruins struggling to find some offense.
Wow, yeah, these boys, I mean, it is neck and neck. We're 1-1 now. They are fighting hard. Offense, Blanchette is a hard one to beat, I'd say. We're looking at the Hawks on the offense now, but we're definitely looking at the Bruins on the defense. Definitely looking out for them diving for all of those digs that they're getting.
And definitely a big thing to play a factor. Blanchette played a little bit quietly in the second set. It was a little bit more quiet than usual. Allowed Gibbs to take over and some other players to play a role offensively. Definitely was key for them. Going forward, if you're the Bruins, you struggled in that last quarter. Momentum seems to be going against you. Timeouts haven't been working. What are you going to do in that instance, Coach Danielle?
Coach Danielle says, you know what, Josh, I'm thinking that they got to pick up on their offense. I mean, I think they're relying a bit too hard on their strong defense right now and getting all those digs. We're going to look at a package here and see how Humber's offense has really been what's dominated so far and led them. They're going to have to pick up on the defense. Conversely, the Bruins are going to have to pick up on their offense.
Bruins and Hawks on BR TV coming up soon. Next set. Set number 3. 1-1 Bruins and Hawks.
Ooh, anybody's game.
Anybody's game. Hawks and the Bruins live here. Men's volleyball at the Humber North Campus Gymnasium. I'm Josh Rawlings here with Danielle Bouncermont, and we are having a heck of a game here calling this, aren't we, Danielle?
I mean, my neck is craning. We had some really good rallies near the end. I mean, these boys are fighting hard for this game.
Momentum has played a key factor for both of these teams as the Hawks rallied back in the first set, unfortunately losing due to an error, but in the second set coming back and dominating, holding off largely behind the offense of Alex Gibbs, the wonderful setting of Kinoshita as well as Blanchette.
I mean, yeah, these boys are working hard together. Sheridan coming in with Dela Cruz as a key player for them, 9th in the OCAA. He's coming in right now, and he's got quite a few kills and digs right now.
And both teams playing well. The energy is electric here.
It is. These fans.
College Gymnasium. We're all having a good time down here. The tracks are bumping. Everyone's having fun. A little dance-off current here in the stands.
The ball has gone into the stands a few times. It almost went into the popcorn. It almost went into the bench. I mean,
it's almost come over here a couple of times. I mean, it's petrifying.
They're
it's
making sure
fantastic
everyone feels included in this game, aren't they, Josh?
Absolutely. More coming up in 30 seconds. And welcome back. We are here with the third set of the game. Both teams each taking a set. Last Humber taking it. And they are starting off with the serve as Quibbin, excuse me, nailed it. Third time's the charm. Is up for service. The Brampton boy.
Sounds like Quidditch almost, doesn't it?
It does sound like Quidditch or Quibbid. Service. A little bit too much on that. Oh, no, successfully gets
Just
it.
in there.
Bruins do not extend over to it. Leads to the ace for Quibbin. Quibbin played well. And the set coming there. Dela Cruz with a punch. And that is out of bounds, leading to the point for the Hawks. Quibbin with the serve. Oh, it's coming over here. Oh, and it hit his MacBook. La Sala bumped that one, leading to the man beside me's MacBook getting hit. Is your MacBook okay? He doesn't respond. I'm going to take that as a yes. And Quibbins here with the serve. Oh, a little bit too much mustard on that. That leads to the point for the Bruins. 3-1 is the score. Hawks up by 2. All righty, getting it going. Good movement here by the Hawks. Gibbs punching it through. Oh, Adams wants to get it at the line, thought he had it, and he does succeed in actually scoring the point. Unfortunately for Humber, seemed to be a little bit of a net error there and a little bit of problem on their front three. Kobe John, Kino Shinta, as well as Blanchette seemed to struggle against that. Macaulay Ross with the serve. Kino Shinta up to Gibbs, rolls off the net, and it stays in, and that's a point for the Hawks, 4-2 overall. Up for service is Kobe John, and as I would like to say, Kobe. Oh. He wasn't happy with that service. Leads to a substitution with Liang, Josh Liang, subbing in for Kobe. As a switch for the Bruins as they gain the point. Scores 4-3. Serving for the Bruins is Justin Kong. Josh Liang with the service. Oh, Clayton Blanchette sends it to the moon. Goodness gracious, what a shot, and my goodness. The Bruins did not like the look of that. 5 threes doesn't count, and Adam Kindo Shinta, look at that shot again. Goodness, right to the back quarter. Fantastic shot there by Clayton Blanchette. Adam Kino Shinta with the service. Chris Adams for the Bruins, tipping it over. And Gibbs tipping it over for the Bruins. Oh, sorry, for the Hawks. Oh, watch out, the bench. It's going that far. And, oh, good hustle there by the Hawks to try and make it all the way over there. Unfortunately, leads to the point for the Bruins. 5-4 is the count. Dela Cruz is up for service. That was good hustle there by Blanchette. Unfortunately, was not able to get to it. Actually, almost took out a couple of the assistant coaches. Kino Shinta sets it up for Blanchette, who punches it, but Dela Cruz says, but Adams says no, and Dela Cruz sets it up. Oh, and that's going to look like a net error before the Hawks, and in fact, it is. Looks like it was off Alex Gibbs. Let's check out the replay. Yeah, Gibbs is not happy with that call. And the Bruins succeed in tying the game up 5-all. As Blanchette and the main referee have a little bit of a discussion about why that call was made. As Dela Cruz sets up for service. 5-all's the score. 1-1 is the count for the sets, as both teams have each taken a set. Humber taking the second, and Sheridan taking the first. Dela Cruz off the service for Josh Liang. And Blanchette hits it. And it gets over to the other side. La Sala with the spike goes out into about the 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6th row. Wow. And the lady holds on to it, keeps it, and now it's rotated out for a new ball. Dela Cruz is up for service. Service. Nice shot there by Liang, and Gibbs wants it, gets it, and got it. The block goes out of bounds and leads to the point for Humber. 6-all the count as Blanchette from St. Catharines, having a great game for himself, is up for service. Blanchette has got 9 kills for the game so far, doing pretty well for himself. Blanchette serves, and that's going to be an error on the side of the Bruins. Leads to another point for the Hawks, and Blanchette gets to serve again. 6-7's the count. Service coming from Blanchette. De La Cruz with the bump. And out comes LaSala, but blocked by Gibbs. Another bump coming. Watch out from the other side, but Gibbs is going to lock that down. Kinoshita. And then he tips it back to Gibbs, and the dive coming from Justin Kong. Unsuccessful, leads to the point for the Hawks. 8-6 is the count. Hawks are up 2. Blanchette back to serve. Great series of plays by Gibbs, who has been being really the heart and soul of this team. As the Blanchette serves, goes out of bounds as the service error is committed. As Macaulay Ross subs in for Liam Butcherit. Chris Adams is up to serve for the Bruins. And the Hawks rotating it around. Gibbs almost got it, but LaSala shuts the door. Says no, no, no. Has an almost LeBron James-esque like stomp to it. And the Bruins get the point. 8-all the count. Chris Adams. Nice little pump over there. Kinoshita sets it. And Quibbin keeps it in and gets the point for the Hawks. 9-8's the count. And it looks like Adams is subbed out. I believe so. Yes, Adams is subbed out. De La Cruz sets it up for Macaulay Ross, who punches it right into Kinoshita's chest. And unfortunately, it goes into the second row, and the point goes to the Bruins. That was a great shot there by De La Cruz. And you can see that right there. Oh, sorry, my mistake. Macaulay Ross shot that one right into the chest of Kinoshita. And Kinoshita sets up for Kobe, or not. Quibbins thought he had it, but he did actually indeed. There seemed to be an error on the end of the Bruins and leads to the point for the Hawks. 10-9's the count. Alex Gibbs is up for service. And setting up LaSala. And he's blocked by Kinoshita and Kobe. And definitely that front three over there and that corner, the front two over there of Kinoshita and Kobe are playing a massive, massive role, and Quibbins as well. Service here. Set up for Macaulay. No, it's for LaSala, but there seems to be an error, and there was touching under the net, and no, that is not allowed. Leads to the point for the Hawks, and a timeout is called by the Bruins. 12-9 is the score. Hawks are up by 3, and there's been a high-powered offense. Unfortunately, my co-colleague Danielle's microphone is just not feeling it over the last few minutes, so we're like leaning close to each other and trying to share a mic, but it seems not to be to any avail. The Hawks have been playing fantastically, and so the Bruins are struggling. They're reeling. It seems like they need to turn things around. The best thing they can do is try and shut down this high-powered offense of Gibbs, and the wonderful setting of Kinoshita has been really effective as a whole. But the Bruins are no joke either. Macaulay Ross comes off and provides a little extra energy. Chris Adams is also playing a massive role, and De La Cruz cannot be slept on as well. They're all doing great. But it's not committing to the scoreboard, and that's why the Hawks are up 12-9. Errors seem to be the name of the game,
Gibbs.
Unfortunately.
Gibbs with 14 kills there as well, and 6 digs. I mean, these boys are really going in and going hard. Blanchette with 9 kills, 4 digs. Wow, anybody's game.
It is. Glad to have you back, Danielle.
It's good to be back, bro.
Missed you. So we're heading back now into service for Alex Gibbs. All right, Gibbs setting up. Hawks have been playing well. Hopefully this continues. Gibbs serves it up. Oh, LaSala misplays it, but Gibbs, but De La Cruz dives for it. It's brought back, but it's sent into the first row and nearly into the man in the blue sweater who's sitting on his iPhone's lap, but unfortunately, it was saved. Well, fortunately for him, unfortunately for us, for entertainment value.
De La Cruz, though, just diving for that one. I'm telling you, my mic might have been off, but I've been on the edge of my seat with this jumping around. What a tight game.
Gibbs with the service. LaSala tipping it up and over. Quibbins dived for it, but the net was touched, I believe. And
net
that
violation there.
To the point for the Bruins.
LaSala, a really strong first-year player coming in for the Bruins.
Absolutely. Definitely playing his vertical, playing a large impact as he comes up for service. 13-10 is the count as LaSala goes up for the serve. Kitoshinda to Gibbs, who punches it in, but it's a little bit too far. So that leads to the point for the Bruins. 11-13 is the count. Gibbs spiked that one hard, but not enough accuracy.
Got a bit too excited with that 2-point lead, maybe. Just a bit out of the line.
Absolutely. LaSala up for service again. Service from LaSala. Quibbins with a nice little set. Oh, Kinoshita almost tried to tip it in. Kobe tried to get the hit. Looks like a double hit, and it is. It went off of his arm, off the net, and then back onto him. Leads to the double hit, unfortunately. 13-12 is the count.
LaSala coming in with 3 digs and 3 kills right now. Really helping out with the Bruins.
And LaSala here for service. Blanchette with the set to Kinoshita, to Quibbins, sent back. The Bruins tip it up to De La Cruz. Gibbs dives for it and saves it. Macaulay Ross tips it up. And De La Cruz goes back out again, but Josh Liang says no. Kinoshita tips it up for Quibbins, and that's going to be a point for Humber as that goes off the hands of Justin Kong and into the second row.
Justin Kong, King Kong, just off of his fingers there. Kong coming in with 7 digs, 1 kill, but quite a defensive player.
Looks like Josh Liang is having some trouble with his foot. He's going to stay in. Unfortunately, looks like he's having a little bit of an issue as Quibbins services the ball, but LaSala tips it up and out, leads to the point for the Hawks. 15-12 is the count.
Liang paying libero there for the Hawks, coming from Scarborough, Ontario in his first year.
Quibbins up for service. Serve. Set by Kong. Up for De La Cruz. But it's saved by the Hawks. But it's going back. Macaulay Ross punches it over, but not good enough. Gonna go again for Ross. Saves it again. Gibbs dives for it. Excellent hustle shown by Ross. Not good enough. Leads to the point for the Bruins. Again, we see here again, Danielle. Alex Gibbs just does not care about his body.
And I mean, Butcherette, he just left, but he is playing so well for the Bruins.
Macaulay Ross with the serve. Up to Blanchette. Oh, LaSala saves it just barely, and it's looking like an error on their end. That's a double hit for the Bruins and a point for the Hawks. 16-13 is the count, and the kill's going to go towards
quick turnover
Clayton
there.
Blanchette, sorry. Clayton Blanchette is the kill. As Kobe John goes up to the front. What were you going to say, Danielle?
I was just going to say Butcherette coming in again. Quick turnover there. He's coming in with 8 digs.
Kobe with the service. Up for De La Cruz, who punches in it, and it's going to look like it's going off Kinoshita, and that's going to be a point for the Bruins. 14-16 is the count in this third set. 1-1. Humber is 1-1. And the Bruins have 1-1. So it's very highly anticipated.
Just making it look easy, eh? Making it look like he's just cruising there.
Waka waka. And that's punched in by Blanchette, and that gives us the points. So that's Hawks 17, Bruins 14.
Whew. Anybody's game at this point.
As Kinoshita goes back and says, thank you for your, we've got it from here. Thank you for your service. Adams gets stuffed at the front 3 line. Gibbs tips it up, and that's saved by Kong. Boucheret pushes it up for De La Cruz. Quibbins dives for it, and Gibbs tips it up and over. LaSala gets it up, and Blanchette plays it correctly, does not touch it, lets it fall out of bounds, and allows the Bruins to commit the error. And you can see the frustration on the faces of the Bruins as timeout is called for Sheridan. 18-14 is the count right now. And Danielle, what are the Hawks doing right, and what can Sheridan do to stop them?
I mean, Blanchette, the one who just let that out there. I mean, looking at his numbers alone, 11 kills, 4 digs. I think that these Humber boys have really got it together on their offense right now. It's going to be big about the Bruins not only bringing up their defense, but really, really starting to pick up that offense as well. To play against players like Gibbs, like Blanchette, that are really just staying underneath that net and putting in those kills.
You can see for both teams, both LaSala and Gibbs are sort of the energy for both teams. As you can see, Gibbs, when he goes out, he hustles. He puts that extra, 110%, and they rally around him. The same with LaSala, as earlier in the second set, he dove all the way almost into the volleyball carrier, avoided it successfully.
I mean, the ball has gone pretty much everywhere in this stadium tonight. I mean, looking at them, I mean, he's got 14 kills, 9 digs. These boys are out for blood tonight. I think it's anybody's game.
It definitely is. As the sets are tied 1-1, the score is 18-14. Hawks are up 4. And we're hoping that the Hawks will be able to pull this out, but the Bruins have been quite resilient of late. So better keep that in mind as we're going forward.
I don't think Gibbs has sat down much this game at all.
No, I don't even think he's taking a rest. He's just going to keep going with it.
Blanchette, just the power duo.
Absolutely, as Kinoshita is up for service. Serviced. Chris Adams touches it. Oh, Blanchette gets a hand on it. So does Gibbs. Kinoshita tips it up and over. And this is going to be set up for an easy hit. But Kobe brings it back up and over to the Bruins side. Is it set again for Adams? No, it's for Dela Cruz, but he doesn't play it hard enough, and he's shut down. But he's going to go again, but he's blocked. Gibbs gets it. Kinoshita sets it up, and Gibbs gets it again, and it's off. Butcher it, and that is a point for the Hawks. 19-14 is the count, and wow, what a game that we got going on.
Don't want it to hit that MacBook again. Looks like it's doing all right.
Looks like it's sufficing so far. Almost got the trainer, actually. Oh, punches it in and gets the point for the Bruins is Ricky Davids with a smash. Looking like that eye isn't affecting him as much anymore as it was in the earlier quarters.
Looks like he's doing all right now. The Hawks keeping the lead by 4 points, 19-15.
Just like that Kendrick Lamar song, he seems to be all right. Waka waka. All right. Dela Cruz is setting up for service as the quick cleanup of sweat from the floor.
Are we going to get a quick definition of Waka Waka from you, Josh?
Yes, sorry. Waka Waka is a reference to Fozzie Bear from the Muppets. When he would tell a really lame joke, he would say Waka Waka. As Blanchette punches it in for the Hawks points. But unfortunately, it's not a Hawks point. It's actually a Bruins point because it was an error. And the Hawks seem to be a little bit distressed about this call, unhappy about it. Referee is going to consult with the line woman.
Kinoshita arguing with the ref over that one.
The Hawks have been very resilient against the calls, but it's still going to be a Bruins call after the quick decision. Gibbs cannot believe it.
Ooh, neither of those two. Kinoshita coming in as a setter from Brampton, Ontario, in his 3rd year, key player for the Hawks.
Dela Cruz with the hit, and he makes a service error, and you can see the grin on his face. He is not happy with that. Which leads to the point for the Hawks, 2016. Oh, it's the year, crazy. And Blanchette is up for service. Great serve. Oh, and the rotation there by the Bruins, getting it up and over to the side to the Hawks. But Gibbs punches it in, but it's not good enough, and that was darn near close to where I'm sitting and almost got me. But it ends up being an error as it was out of bounds, as Adams is now going to take the serve for the Bruins. And Danielle, this has been such a high energy, fast-paced game. I'm having trouble keeping up.
Adams just tipping it off in that last play.
Set up for Quibbins and stuffed by Ricky Davids. The combination of Ricky Davids and Macaulay Ross, leading to the point for the Bruins. 2018, ironically, the year that I will graduate. Crazy is the score.
David's coming in with quite a few blocks this game.
Kinoshita sets it for Gibbs. And again, Macaulay Ross turns him back, and you can see the big grin on his Macaulay Culkin-esque face. He is very happy about that. He is not home alone at all.
Oh, no, he's making this his home, and he's making sure all of us are here to bear witness to it.
Timeout is called by the Hawks. 20-19 is the score.
Ooh.
As the Bruins have rallied back and gotten 2 points in the
Now,
past couple of sets. And the
David's
past couple
there.
of possessions, excuse me.
Sorry, I'm so excited about Davids. I need to talk about it right now. I mean, 5 digs and 5 kills, but this guy has been hustling up and down the court this entire game for the Bruins.
Absolutely. And on the other side, Alex Gibbs has been showing us what energy is. He's got a lot of energy and doesn't seem like he has a lot of enemies, and they're not trying to drain him. So he's showing it here on the court. He's out hustling. He's giving the extra 110%.
Oh, 100%.
And you can see his teammates are feeding off of it. Blanchette's feeding off of it. Kinoshita. It's definitely a all-round energy vibe.
Definitely. I mean, Blanchette, we have to remember, in his second year, he's an outside hitter, coming in as number 1 in the OCAA. He leads the Hawks in almost every category. He's got that 5.5 points per set average. It's kind of hard to beat right now in the game. 6 digs, 12 kills, taking that ball just to the morgue.
Absolutely, as Chris Adam is set up for the Bruins to serve. Looking at his teammates like, we got it here. Thank you for your service. I'll make that joke over and over again because that's a fantastic album.
Waka waka.
Kinoshita sets it up. Gibbs punches it home, and Dela Cruz cannot get the dig, and it leads to the point for Alex Gibbs, who is fired up.
Ooh.
Looking back at that shot, just a solid shot right actually near the crotch of Dela Cruz. Got to be careful about that.
Delivered. Watch out for that. And watch out for the audience and the bench while you're at it, too.
Absolutely. The ball has been everywhere and, well, everywhere, actually. Substitution coming in for the Hawks as Josh Pascal is in. Oh, watch out for Ricky Davids. And he's there. Smashes that one home. 21-20 is the count. Hawks are up by 1. Humber should be a little bit careful.
David's all fired up right now. 6 kills, 5 digs at this point.
Bucherit subbed out for Kong.
I would
Now,
be scared of him.
Ricky Davids for service. Kinoshita sets it up for Kobe. And, in fact, he was Kobe in that instance. Got it right in the inside line, and that counts. So that's 22-20. Hawks are up, too, as Alex Gibbs is up for service. Set there by Kong for Macaulay Ross, and he punches it in for the point.
Macaulay and Kobe just fighting it out on that one. Kobe got a bit too confident off that last one.
Definitely, the two are battling it out at the front, and it seems like out of the two that they're Kobe is struggling against Ross as LaSala sets up for the serve. And that is going to be a service error on LaSala, leading to the point for Humber. 23-21's the count as Quibbins goes up for service.
Quibbins strategically ducking out of that one at the right time. Great defensive move.
Looks like Josh Liang has made a recovery from his ankle issue and is continuing on further. LaSala tips it out. Up to Dela Cruz, who's stuffed at the line. But the combination of Kinoshita and Kobe allow the ball to bounce off the net and leads to the score. As substitutions are coming in, Macaulay Ross comes out for now. Alex Rainey, who is number 12 but is listed as number 14. Guess he decided to mix it up for tonight.
Just trying to confuse us there.
Which it led to the mass confusion and the swarm of us trying to figure out who he was. Now we know Alex Rainey, 5'9", first year. Set there for Kobe. No, it's not. It's for Blanchet, and hits it right to the chest of LaSala. LaSala's going to bump it. It's going to get over to the other side as Josh Liang sets it. Kitoshita sets it, and Blanchet gives it with a subtle but delicate touch, which leads to the points for the Hawks. 24-22 is the count as substitutions come in. Macaulay Ross subs back in. No, he does not. He does not sub in. Macaulay Ross high-fives someone, does not someone in.
Thinks about it.
Thought about it. Instead, Liam Bucherit subbed in as well for the Hawks.
Chris Adams down there by the net. A huge offensive threat. 2.29 kills per set average for the Bruins.
Cody Bruin in combination with Quentin Hudgens subs in for the Hawks. Oh, tip there. Looking like it's going to Dela Cruz, and it is. Oh, and Blanchet gets the tip, and it goes off of the hands of Hudgens, and Hudgens was not happy about that. Neither was Blanchet. Scores 24-22, tightly contested here in this third set, 1-1 all. Everyone has gotten a set, but this is going to be the crucial one here as Gibbs gets the set up, over, Blanchette hits it, and it actually almost goes into the basketball net, which is reclined all the way to its regular resting position. Now, if that went in, I'm not a referee or anything, but I definitely think that should count for 3 points.
That counts as something.
Something at least. Timeout. That is the end of the set. Humber takes the set, 25-23. And Danielle, what are your thoughts going forward?
I mean, I am so afraid of Gibbs. If he was ever coming at me, I'm glad I'm wearing a Humber jersey right now because, wow, let's look in the replay right now. The Hawks are just made of power. The Bruins are trying their best for sure. We see Gibbs coming off with a bit of an injury now from a dive that he had, hoping to heal up in between this.
Hawks have been playing well. Taking the last set, 2-1. Hawks are in the lead. Sheridan is behind 1 set, but it's been a great game so far between the two powerhouses.
It's anybody's game here tonight, Josh.
It definitely is, Danielle. More coming up next on BRTV. Stay tuned. After 3 sets, it's been a wonderful series of games here against the Hawks and Bruins. Hawks are leading 2-1. Men's volleyball OCAA live here at the Hawks Nest in the Humber North Campus College Gym. And Danielle, what a game we've been seeing here.
Wow, my mic was off for a little bit and I was still screaming into it. I mean, these boys are making this an interesting game. Some really, really good rallies in that last set. Diving for the ball, some beautiful digs from all the players. Not letting up on offense or defense. This is going to be a really tight set, Josh.
And although the games do not cost money to come to, the fans are definitely getting their worthwhile of coming out and supporting their Hawks. It's been a fantastic game, lots of energy as we are entering the 4th set as Sheridan is receiving the serve. Beginning with the serve as LaSala starts the set off. The fans are getting into it, cheering, booing, and jeering as LaSala serves. Low serve. It's going up for Blanchette, who hits it, and LaSala saves it. Tipped up for Dela Cruz. Dela Cruz, Liang gets a nice little dig, and Blanchette goes back at it again, and that is in, and that's a point for Humber, starting off strong with that left-hand stroke.
Blanchette at 15 kills right now. I mean, he is just absolutely unreal.
He's only 1 kill behind the game leader, which is Alex Gibbs with 16 kills.
These boys are making it look easy, aren't they?
Kobe John with the service. Not Kobe-esque as he punches it out of bounds, but that's okay. Point for the Bruins as Josh Liang subs on for Kobe John. Oh, that rhymed. Sean John. Macaulay Ross up for service for the Bruins. Going up to Blanchette again, but it's brought back by the Bruins and then out of bounds. There was a subtle attempt there after the block to get the ball dipped and up, but it was unsuccessful. Number 14, Adam Kintoshita, is up for service. Oh, and that's going to be a nice shot there by Adams, but unfortunately, that's going to be an error for them, and that means Kintoshita is back on the service.
Ooh, Kintoshita.
He's been having a great game service-wise.
Player on this game, yes, definitely.
He's definitely got more than a handful of assists. Set there coming for De La Cruz. Up and out of bounds as Josh Liang raised his hand and said, guys, was I supposed to get that? And they're like, no, you're good. He's like, okay, we're good.
Okay, I'm good for now, but I don't know. It's a tight game. They got to start really hustling on this one.
Unfortunately, that led to the Bruins point, and now service for the Bruins and Justin Kong. Up is Blanchette. Oh, spike there. Well, a firm hit, some would say, right almost nearly to the face of De La Cruz. You can see him squinting, but actually led to the point for the Hawks.
Just
4-2.
attacking them there, Blanchette.
Hey,
Look at that.
just slammed that one right back in his face, as we can see. Boom goes the dynamite. And wow, that one must have hurt.
Hawk's nest.
Hawk's nest indeed. Blanchette. The De La Cruz service to De La Cruz. De La Cruz got it back, but De La Cruz is just hitting it. You can see the frustration boiling on this Sheridan team as they are not really getting their offense in the moments that they really want him to be and succeed as Blanchette is back up for service.
Seeing Liang touching his knees again. Hopefully he's going to be able to stay on as libero for a little bit.
He's been succeeding really well in his roles. Libero has had a couple of great saves here and there, but his ankles have been hurting him as LaSalle slips. And that leads to the point for the Hawks, 6-2.
Beautiful game so far. Blanchette back at the serve, keeping a great rally.
Blanchette with a service, rolls off the top of the net, but it's still good. And Adams punches it home for the Bruins, and that leads to the point for them.
They cannot get too confident in this game. Every time they got a bit of a lead, the Bruins come right back firing at them.
Definitely, and it seemed as though that Blanchette could lean over and hit it, but it wasn't possible as De La Cruz goes up for service. Ball is served. Kintoshita sets it, and Blanchette punches it. But LaSalle saves it, and De La Cruz brings it back. Gibbs, Kintoshita, Gibbs again, and De La Cruz saves it. Bring it up. Oh, LaSalle tips it up and over. Liang to Gibbs. No, not happening today. Setting all around. Ricky Davids. No. Oh, but that soft touch there from Chris Adams, has had the possibility of stopping it as Alex Gibbs went for the wipe, was unsuccessful.
We were talking about Liang earlier. He's coming in with 34 assists into this period. I mean, an essential libero on the Hawks team.
Absolutely, as De La Cruz serves the ball up. Ooh, careful, almost got near the net as Gibbs tips it in, but he's stuffed. Could have been a double hit, but was not. And Quibbins gets it up and over the net as Kong sets it for De La Cruz, who punches it, but he's shut down by Gibbons. And the mistake made by Butcherin as he hit it backwards.
Gibbs working really hard for that one. Watch on the replay there.
And Kobe John subs in for Josh Liang. Josh Liang has been playing a massive role. Yeah, he's pointing back to his knee, the interior of his knee, unfortunately.
Not working out.
Service error there by Quentin Hudgens, unfortunately, leads to the point for the Bruins, and Chris Adams is now up for service.
Gibbs riding that net, stepping up a little bit far away from it now.
Blanchette, Kintoshita to Gibbs, and the bucket.
Oh, and he only steps away so he can attack.
Some would say he's killing it. Waka, 8-5 is the count. Gibbs punched that one home.
Absolutely, just buried it, brought it back alive, and killed it again.
Exactly, and De La Cruz resurrected it only for it to fail. And speaking of a mistake right there, as Kong reached down to try and pancake for that, but unfortunately was not able to that. As you can see, Coach Pinto stepping out onto the court, trying to give his team a little bit of a boost what they need. They're only down 4, but numbers can mean more than words, some would say. Good set dig there. Gibbs punching it low. You can see the frustration on his face. He thought he had a nice solid hit right there. Hit it into the net. That's all right. Happens to the best of us. As Ricky Davids is going up for the service for the Bruins.
He can't be sad with his game here. He's tied with Blanchette for the most kills on the Hawks, both at 17, both of them having a ridiculously good offensive game.
And both are the game leaders. Oh, Kobe John up with the little tip in It's looking like LaSala gonna bring it up in. Is that gonna be in? That is gonna be in, and that's a point for the Bruins. 9-7. Wow. Apparently my
the points
nines,
go quick in this game. I'm
apparently
telling you,
my
Josh.
nines look like 4s.
Last time you looked up, it was probably 4, and now all of a sudden it's 9-7.
Games go by quick. Ricky Davids with a service to Gibbs. To Kobe John, no, it's actually to Quibbins. Oh, and the mistake there, the miscommunication by Dela Cruz. Adams and Davids leads to the mistake, and you can see the frustration mounting on the faces of the Bruins players as Ricky Davids subs out for LaSala.
3 points can almost mean a game. It almost looked like they went into hold hands there, Josh. So gentle about it.
Kind of looked like a campfire, but they weren't standing up.
Not a campfire yet.
Not a
Just a bit of
yet.
kindling.
Just a bit of kindling. I like that. Just a bit of kindling. Oh, Macaulay Ross with a big punch. Gibbs gonna bring that one back up for the nice dig. Oh, up, over, and Ross punches it again. LaSala coming in. Gibbs touches that one up. And it's going to go to Blanchette, but is he going to bring it over? Yes, he is. Not going to do it as a signature hardcore way. Dela Cruz punches it, but Blanchette says no. Kong sets it up. It's going over. That's a free ball. Oh, and Blanchette, but that looks like it's going to be a net error, and that, in fact, was a net error by Kino Shinta. He is not happy with that call.
So close. Blanchette really working hard for that one, along with Gibbs.
You can see the conversation occurring, saying, come on, man, I just touched my hip on that. And the referee chuckling, saying, you can't do that. Service here coming from Sean LaSala, who's had a pretty good game for himself.
Really good game for LaSala, actually. 6 digs, 3 kills.
And great hustle all around. Service from LaSala, right to Quinto Shinta, to Blanchette, but that goes off the antenna, and that is an error on them. You can actually see the antenna was hit so hard, it actually slid down.
They're just getting too close to that net there. They're getting as close to the other team as physically possible and score-wise as well. It's a 1-point game.
Exactly, 9-10 is the count, and LaSala is up for service. Punches it. Handled there by Quibbins. And it's punched in by Gibbs, but LaSala saves it on the dig. Dela Cruz on the punch, and that's going to be off Quibbins. You can see the look on his face. Oh, no, unfortunately, Gibbs is down, holding his ankle. That's a big hit to the Hawks if he's having an injury. That's never good. You don't want to see that. You can see him hobbling off to the bench.
Yeah, that one
injury
just
timeout is called.
That came off Quibbin just off his hand there. He tried to dodge it. Fortunately, hoping that Gibbs can get back on. That would be a second major injury for the Hawks team.
And you can
We're
see
gonna
these
just look
Hawks
at
have been playing well and hard, smashing it, but unfortunately, Blanchette
just getting too close to that net, huh?
Just like Nick Jonas and Tove Lo. It's getting too close.
Close, too close.
Sorry, I need to sing the part. Close. Ooh. Too close.
Pulling a bit of a chain smokers here.
Oh, no, that's closer. Big difference.
Yeah, getting closer and closer.
Actually, yeah, they're both songs that are on the Hot 100 that are both named Close. That's weird. I just realized that. Anyways.
Don't know how they get away with these things, but anyway, tie game right now. Holy moly, guacamole. What are you thinking, Josh?
Hawks and Bruins have been playing well, 10-10 all, and I think we've got a good game coming left in store. Left, right,
left,
up,
right, center,
left,
up,
right.
down.
Exactly. Left, up, down, right, A, B, select start. That's not the correct version of the Konami code, but it's still
cheat.
in there as LaSala is up for service. Nailed it. And the hit from LaSala. Set by Kino Shinta, and Kobe John surprises them as they thought Blanchette was coming in. Kobe punches it home.
Just living up to that name over there.
That's 3 kills for Kobe.
Serving an entree over here.
And look at that vertical monstrosity as he's up for service. Sends it to the back row, and a little bit too much. Probably too excited off of that send. And he's going to sub off.
Just an appetizer. He's just serving up an appetizer.
He didn't want the full Kobe beef.
No, he's not. We're not ready for the full Kobe.
Josh Liang subs on as Macaulay Ross is up for service.
Ooh, still a tie game here.
Still pretty close, 11-11 all. Kino Shinta sets it to Blanchette. Good return there. Dela Cruz is going up. Oh, Liang with the wonderful save, but it goes into the front row and nearly crushes a girl's MacBook. It seems to be that volleyball and MacBooks are not a good combination.
Do not bring your MacBook near or around a volleyball game. That's what the Hawks are teaching us here today.
I don't own a MacBook, so I think we're good. And Macaulay Ross is back on service. Gibbs tips it up, seems that he's fine after the ankle mishap. And off of Macaulay Ross is the shot from Blanchette. And a little bit of net action going here, back and forth. Gibbs setting up for the shot, tips it in. A little bit lighter than they thought it was. Ross bumps it off to Davids, to Dela Cruz. Josh Liang hits it, and you can see the frustration in his face. He knew that it was a good call to go for it. It just wasn't the right extension. But he's been playing a great game as their libero.
He definitely has.
13-11 is the count. Bruins are up by 2. Macaulay Ross up for service again. Quibbins handles it. Liang to Blanchette. And slams it. Oh, as LaSala and Ross run into each other. That was a very Home Alone-esque moment. Just
Yes,
like the
it
two
was.
robbers running into each other.
Just the two of them home together.
Home together, never alone. As Ross subs off for Butcherit. And Kinoshita is up for service. Nice little bump there from Dela Cruz. He wants it back. He gets it, and it goes. Oh, I think that was almost a six-pack off of Quentin Hudgens. I think it was. Oh, yeah, he wiped his face. That was definitely a six-pack. Sorry, buddy.
Right to the face. I guess that's better than into the stands or onto a MacBook. He seems to be doing all right.
And the serve from Justin Kong has been off. And the score is 14-13 for the Bruins, up 1.
You cannot keep a lead in this game.
Back and forth seems to be the trend as Blanchette on the serve.
Side to side, as Nicki Minaj and Ariana Grande would say.
Ooh, now we're coming in with more song references, and that leads to the point for the Hawks. 14-all is the count.
Whew.
Blanchette with a service. Oh, seems to be a little bit of a miscue there. Rolls off of it. 3 Bruins, and then off the nets. And then finally for the point for the Hawks.
Blanchette at 18 kills, 7 digs.
Off the service, here we go. Way too far, too strong. Harder, better, faster, way too stronger, as the
Less strong.
Powerful Daft Punk would say. Unfortunately, that leads to the points for the Bruins. 15-all is the count as Dela Cruz is up for service. Dela Cruz serves off Liang. Kinoshita. Ooh, to Hutchins. Dela Cruz comes in with a flying Michael Jordan-esque tip.
Ooh.
But Gibbs wants to tip it back to the other side. Bruins keeping it moving. LaSala with the hit. Keeping it moving are the Hawks. As Gibbs tips it up over to the side. Oh, but a wonderful dive there by Justin Kong. As Gibbs then punches it back into the face of Butcherit. And he just took that one. He's flexing. His face is red. So are his shoes, and so is the crowd, because everyone is red with envy at how wonderful Alex Gibbs has been playing today.
Gibbs is red with envy himself, almost out of breath. I don't know if he's sat down this entire game, despite the fact that he is going through an injury right now.
Or maybe a bit of slight roll, we're unsure. Oh, LaSala going for it, he succeeds, but that would have been more, exceeded the 3-hit limit and leads to the points for the Hawks. 17-15 is the count here in this 4th set.
Again, Gibbs and Blanchette tied for the most kills in the game, 18 kills each.
Quentin Hudgens is up on deck for service. And a little bit too strong there. Maybe that shot to the face may be affecting his vision, and it looks like his one eye is pretty swollen. He's got a pretty good red mark as he switches out for Josh Liang.
He's coming from Port Perry, Ontario in his first year, standing at 6'2".
And Chris Adams with the service for the Bruins. Kinoshita bumps it up for Gibbs, who punches it into Adams, nearly into his crotch as Kong sets it up for David. For Davids, yes. And that's going to be...
It's going to be going towards Sheridan.
Thank you. Sorry, I had a cough in my throat. Going towards Humber, actually. 18-16 is the count.
Oh, it's too close to call this game, isn't it, Josh?
It is. As Gibbs is up for service. Gibbs serves. Too strong, too much mustard on that beat.
Just serving up a bit too much.
Too much. DJ Esco would like to have a word because there's too much sauce. And that leads to the point for the Bruins. 18-17 is the score currently.
Whew.
As Davids is up for service. One thing with Davis, he does not jump during his serves. Very interesting technique. As Quibbins punches it, but unfortunately commits the error and leads to the point for the Bruins. Ties it up all at 18-all.
You can't keep a lead in this game, can you?
Somebody's got to be started something. Somebody's got to be started something. And that's a tip off of the service, off of the net, and it leads to the ace, and that's a point for the Bruins. And an ace to Ricky David's name.
David's coming in with 8 kills. 6 kills, rather, and 8 digs.
After Kobe punches that one home, he gets the point. And that's 19 all for both teams.
Holy moly.
Guacamole.
Anyone set here.
Well, actually, guacamole's a little bit extra, so we got to be careful.
Too expensive for me.
it's Quivins is up for service. Service coming. De La Cruz tips it. And looking like it's going to La Sala, but it doesn't. And that's going to be a point to the Bruins. 19-20 is the count currently. Bruins are up 1. Looks like an error was committed by the Hawks, which led to that extra point for the Bruins. Unfortunately, as La Sala's up for service. La Sala has been the key hustle man for the Bruins. Has been running out literally into the stands and almost multiple times into the 3rd row. Nice set there. Oh, perfectly set up for Kobe as Quinto Chinta as he gets the assist, and Kobe just
That's Kobe's entree there. Look at this. He is serving it up to us.
And look at that vertical, using it to dunk on him. Unfortunately, he's substituted out for Cody Burton, but wonderful thing.
Leave it on a high note there.
Exactly, as Kobe John punches that one home. Oh, La Sala tips that one off the awkward serve. Burton tips it up. Oh, Kino Shinta tipped it off. Thought he had it. De La Cruz up. And Burton was just a second too late. Led to the point for the Bruins. 21-20 is the count as Ranny subs in.
La Sala, talking about how much he's run. He must have run at least 4 marathons by now during this game. He has just been hustling up and down the court. Can't imagine how exhausted these boys are by this point.
Rainey's here for service, and I have a quick anecdote about marathons in a few minutes. Blanchette with the serve, with the hard shot to La Sala, but it's saved. Kino Shinta tips it up. Oh, and it's for lost shot where it was. It was for Higgins, and it went out of bounds.
We're overwhelmed here.
There's a lot of things happening here. There's a lot going on, as Vic Mensa would say. Macaulay Ross comes to provide support as Alex Rainey subs out for Butcherit. And Josh Lang subs on. Liang subs on. As Quinto Shinta serves. De La Cruz punches it right into the hands of Hudgens, and it leads to the point for the Bruins.
Just off the hands of Hudgens there. 1-point game.
22-21 is the count. Hawks are down by 1. Bruins up by 1 as Kong serves it up. Almost a deep dive for that one, and it leads to the point. 23-21 is the count. Tightly contested. We might be going into 5 sets.
Good call by Butcherat there to just leave it be. He's at 9 digs.
Justin Kong serves it up. Kino Shinta gets it. Oh, Blanchette punches it, but La Sala gets it, and that's going to be out of bounds. The error committed by La Sala, and the Bruins leading to the points for the Hawks.
Looking at that on the replay there. Look at how he just serves it up. Bringing it home.
Clayton Blanchette rewarded with his excellent shot through service as a timeout is called for Sheridan. The Bruins scrambling as the Hawks are making a comeback. Danielle, what do you think if you're the Hawks, what are you going to do in this instance?
I'm kind of hoping that I can just get an eye injury or something here because I don't even know if I can watch this anymore. It's so intense. The song playing is work right now, and it is so fitting. These boys are working their butts off on the court, hustling up and down, marathon after marathon. And you told me you were going to tell me a marathon story, and I've been waiting for it. Josh, what do you got for me?
Absolutely. So the origin of the marathon was a story about Philippides. Was a man who was a runner. He was a messenger. He ran back and forth throughout Sparta during the time of the first battle of Marathon, ironically. So the whole important thing was that he ran back and forth from Sparta to Greece, asking them for help. What ended up happening is he actually ran 4 marathons, got the information to the Athens head, saying that Sparta was not going to help them. Ended up happening is he finished the 4 marathons and then collapsed immediately and passed away.
You know,
that's a story of 4 marathons. So if La Sala's run 4 marathons, he better take a quick breath. Hopefully he won't collapse and pass out.
I mean, it reminds me of the time I ran a half marathon, collapsed, and ate a pizza directly afterwards, Josh.
Reminds me of the time I ran upstairs from my couch to the fridge and then back downstairs. I think you have me beat there. It's Blanchette with the service. Set there by Kong. Oh! It's played off, still good. Thought it was going to be a net call, but it was not. La Sala bumps it up. Ricky Davids, and he bumps it up. 23-all is the count.
Beautiful play by the Hawks. They just put that ball into a life raft, and they said, we are going to save you. If this was the Titanic, they would have put it right on a door and said, you are going to survive this.
Exactly. They weren't like Rosen being selfish and taking up the entire space.
No
when
way.
2 people couldn't fit. They made room for everyone.
Everyone on their team.
And Blanchette makes the service. Oh, tips it up nice and soft for the Bruins as the Hawks sets it for Gibbs. Bruins moving the ball around. Oh, the dive there, the near pancake. Still going.
So close to pancakes, but all we got was waffles going to the Bruins.
I think waffles is an improvement over pancakes. That's just my personal
We
bias.
will argue about this later.
Timeout called by the Hawks, 23-24. Bruins up 1 after that crazy series of rallies. Ooh,
My
we got more
goodness.
coming up on BRTV. Goodness gracious, we've got a game here going on, and by all means, these teams have been going at it just like Rick James all night long.
All night long. Look at these plays that we're looking at right now. I mean, they have been relentless with the kills. Often the plays have been disputed with the ref because it's been so close, within an inch of the line most times. I mean, they are giving it their all, and they are fighting for this.
Definitely, both effort is being put in by both teams. The extra hustle, the extra mileage seems to be the anticipation here. And it's coming really down, as you said, Danielle, to calls. And if they're going the right way and if they're not going the right way, for sure.
Definitely talking right now. I mean, Wayne Wilkins here for 23 years. He definitely knows what to say as head coach right now. I'm sure he's giving them some good advice as to how to get those 2 extra points.
Absolutely. As De La Cruz is setting up for the serve. Hawks keeping the same rotation they had on prior.
I don't know if I can watch, Josh.
De La Cruz ready for the service, 24-23. Sheridan is up. Liang takes it. Sets it up for Quibbin. Oh, some thought there would be a double call on that. It was not. Bruins moving the ball around. Hawks bumping, jumping, and hitting. And it's going back to the Bruins. Bruins moving it back around, up and down. Oh, look at the movement. Kinoshita puts it up for Gibbs. Gibbs punches it in off of the face of LaSala. 24-24.
Hey!
We're getting excited here in the booth, and the game is all tied up.
1-point game. Let's look at a replay on that real quick. Gibbs did not want to let this go.
And LaSala is really unhappy about that call, but unfortunately doesn't have the authority to change that as Josh Pascal subs in, and so does Kobe John. And just as we were mentioning earlier, Alex Gibbs, he's just like my favorite Rick James song. He's a super freak, super freak.
Such a super freak. Oh my goodness.
And you can see Josh Pascal on that service, not happy with that, immediately walking back to the bench to be subbed down for Josh Liang. Unhappy with that error, leading 25-24. Now, this is usually where a game would end, but it is volleyball, so whoever wins is by 2. As Gibbs punches it home! My goodness! The energy here is electric as he punches it home right through 2 Bruins defenders, making it look easy as he's gotten those 20 kills all throughout the entire game. My
goodness.
Timeout called by the Bruins, and my goodness, they needed 25 all. Danielle, if you are the Bruins, how much are you panicking right now as this wonderful Justin Timberlake record plays in the background?
I mean, it's not helping. It's tense. The music is just setting the vibe for how intense it is. You see everyone in the crowd on the edge of their seat. Some people just standing up and dancing in the crowd right now. Look at this guy going, getting us all fired up.
He's
I don't know if
feeling
I
it.
can watch anymore. So what's it going to take for the Hawks to win, Josh?
It's going to take a little bit more extra effort, I think. I think what I've seen, they've just put in the extra hustle. And see, look, he's happy. He wants a T-shirt. He wants popcorn. He wants something.
He wants to be on BRTV like us, Josh. And you know what? Wow. We are going to go into this. It's going to be really intense. These boys are going to have to really fight if Gibbs keeps doing what he's been doing all game.
It looks like the fire alarms are going off right now.
Oh, no.
I can see the lights flashing. Maybe they just turned them on for dramatic effect.
I think so. It looks like strobe lights up in here in the Humber gym. We have people watching from the above windows as well.
Service coming in here from Gibbs. Touched up. Oh, Macaulay Ross punches it in, but the save by Josh Liang, but it leads to the Bruins point. Unfortunately, 26-25 is the count. My goodness. Macaulay Ross, what a punch, but Josh Liang did his best to try and save that.
Small, almost technical errors we're dealing with right now, just out.
As Ricky Davids is up for service. Blanchette takes it. Kinoshita, no, to Gibbs. Dela Cruz saves it. Going up. Oh, it's LaSala. Gibbs is gonna save it. Blanchette, is he gonna punch it? And Adams stops him right in his tracks. LaSala going up. And that's out of bounds.
Out of
26
bounds.
all. Goodness, we have a game, and the fire alarms are going off as strobe lights in the background. I do not know if there's an actual fire alarm going on or not.
I know.
I am a little bit startled, but I'm also way too excited.
I'm pretty sure it's because there's a fire in here. It is hot, hot heat in here tonight, Josh.
Quibbins here with the serve. Oh.
Ooh.
A little bit too far. This game is becoming a nail-biter here in the fourth set.
If you have nails left after this game, I mean,
you have fingers left at this point. Goodness gracious. LaSala is up for service for the Bruins. And the chants here are occurring. The Humber crowd here trying their best to absolutely mess with LaSala. Light service here. Kinoshita sets it. And Blanchette hits it. And the tip there by Blanchette. And LaSala went for it, sacrificed his body, and ended up giving up the points to the Hawks. 27 all. Holy goodness gracious, this is a game.
Look at this replay right there. Going off onto the bench, almost trying to play from the bench right there was Davids. Trying to hit it back on, see if anyone would notice.
My goodness, what a game, and it has been. Substitutions are coming in for the Hawks. As Quentin Hudgens is coming in for the Hawks is Kobe John.
Kobe, live up to the name, Kobe.
Live up to the name, be clutch. Ice water in your veins. Service coming for the Hawks. Oh, Dela Cruz, but he's stuffed by Blanchette. Watch out for Adams. Adams gets it into Gibbs' hands. Blanchette wants it. Oh! And that's going to be a point to the Bruins. Ooh, that's a tough series right there.
The crowd just cheering on that one. They thought it was going to be a Humber point. Like I said, just right near the line, almost a technicality at this point. Two incredibly talented teams going to decide where they're both standing in the OCAA after this.
And Macaulay Ross out for service. Handled by Quibbins, set by Kentoshina. Oh, and that's going to be Humber Hawks points.
Looks like that was a bit of a campfire there. Everyone just gathering around, dogpiling, having a good time.
Service from Kitoshita. It's going up. Oh, Dela Cruz with a solid hit, but Quibbins handles it. Alex Gibbs with the punch, but it's handled by Davids. Kong up. Dela Cruz punches it. Oh! And Josh Lang is working his tail off his libero and trying his best to stop those shots, and unfortunately was unable to get to that.
Working through his knee injury that we've seen him go off a few times for, but still showing up for this crucial moment.
Josh Lang tips it up. Kinoshita gets it up. And Blanchette punches it in for the point. 29. Oh, my goodness. This is the game that keeps giving. It keeps going and going and going. It's like the song that never ends. It keeps on going, my good friends.
It's like Oprah's gift days up in here.
And
you get a ball, and you get a point, and you get a point. Holy.
Blanchette with the service. Punched in by Adams, and that is a point for the Bruins. My goodness, this is a tightly contested game. Everyone here up in the booth is losing themselves, are completely beside themselves with how tight this game is as Dela Cruz is up for service. 30-29.
Pulling an M&M.
30-29 in the fourth set.
Losing ourselves in the music, the moment.
Bumped up, Kintoshinda. Alex Gibbs is set back, but the Hawks keep possession of it. He's gonna go again. And Kong saves it. Going up for Ricky Davids. Oh! And that's a tough loss in that set.
Oh,
Bruins tie it up. 2-2, and that's a tough loss for Humber there in that set. My goodness, what a set.
Holy moly, we have fans cheering for the wrong reasons because it's so close here, Josh. We have people that can't even tell what's happening. I mean, sitting from here, we can barely tell, and we're almost on the court. We're going to look at a package of what just happened here, looking at a highlight reel.
After 4 sets, Humber Hawks 2, Sheridan Bruins 2. Stay tuned for more Hawks volleyball coming up on BRTV. Welcome back to the Hawks Nest. After 4 sets of men's OCAA volleyball, it's 2-2, Humber Hawks 2, Sheridan Bruins 2, and my goodness, Danielle, what a game. We're all about those digs, those digs, those digs, those digs, those digs. And my goodness, it has been a game of hustle, effort, and just, my goodness, resilience from both sides.
Blanchette coming in, 22 kills right now. Gibbs with 20. I mean, they're making it look easy, but you know it's not being up there right now. It is a tight game. Dela Cruz also coming up, putting on the highest score of 15 kills for the Bruins. I mean,
and also on the other side, you have to mention Macaulay Ross. He's been playing great, coming in playing a couple of quiet minutes here and there, but scoring the buckets when it matters. Scoring the kills, excuse me, when it matters.
The buckets, the kills. I mean, whatever you want to call it right now.
on the board and not the phone numbers.
That's what matters.
That's what matters. It's all about the digits, all about the numbers.
Right.
We run up the digits, we run up the money. We run up the digits, we run up the money. And it seems that the Hawks and the Bruins are having a tightly contested game. We're going to be coming into our last set here. It's going to be going up to 15, hopefully. And hopefully we're going to see a Hawks pull out the win. But the resilience for both these teams is absolutely incredible. It's the energy in this room is palpable. We've got people dancing. We got people cheering.
Woo,
we got people
crowd's
cheering.
fired up and ready to go. I'm telling you, look at
like
this guy.
He's been dancing the entire time.
Yeah, I mean,
we need you to bust a few moves. Bust a few moves. There we go.
Ooh, there he goes. All about that base. I mean, you're talking points. I mean, it's been a 1-2 point game at most times. I mean, this is just insanity here. You can't rely on any kind of lead in this game. No one can get comfortable. All of us are on the edge of our seats.
And it's surprising me because I thought star power would play a factor, but Blanchette and Gibbs have played massive roles defensively, but offensively they've been quiet in recent sets. So it's interesting to see what's going to happen here in the last set, as they had a coin toss earlier. I do not believe who's won the serve. We will know who's won the serve shortly, but my goodness, we are heading into our last set, and we are both so excited here, continuing our coverage here for you.
So excited, just can't fight it. Holy moly.
We got more volleyball coming up on BRTV. Hawks and Bruins.
In the Hawks Nest.
In the Hawks Nest. Live.
No rest in the Hawks Nest.
Ooh, I like that one. That one's better. Live and direct from the Hawks Nest here in Toronto, Ontario at the Humber College North Campus Gymnasium. It's the Hawks and the Bruins. We've had a tightly contested game here. 2 sets. Oh my goodness. 2-2 has been crazy. The last set won by Sheridan. The prior 2 sets won by Humber. And my goodness, after 4 sets, we are both in a cold sweat as our true James Brown is coming through.
I mean, we are just, like I said, no rest in the Hawks Nest. I don't think anyone's going to sleep tonight after this. If we even get any sleep at all, I can see this game being tied right into the very end.
Absolutely, as the famous Cage the Elephant record that helped them get on the radio and on the internet, actually. Ain't no rest for the wicked, and hopefully both teams are going to be able to pull off a great win here. Well, We have a bias to who we'd like to win, but we cannot say that. We're going to say that we hope both teams are going to win. Well, we're wearing the shirts, so
I mean, yeah.
we can't lie. But there's been a great series of games here. We've been seeing some great play from Alex Gibbs, from Blanchette, and on the other side, Dela Cruz, from Ricky Davids, as well as Chris Adams has had a couple of great plays. And now Humber receives the first serve.
Quibbin.
Quibbin with the first serve. Set up by Dela Cruz, punched in by Adams, but Liang brings it back to the other side. As Dela Cruz sets it up for Ricky Davids. Oh! Kobe John punches it in for the point after the nice assist from Kino Shinta.
He's just punching that in. Look at this. Replay, Kobe.
Absolutely being a monstrosity on the front three is Kobe John.
Does he box on the side as well? He just punched that ball so hard. Holy.
Channeling his inner Apollo Creed.
Muhammad Ali, Muhammad Kobe.
There we go, same rhyme. Error there on the serve leads to the Bruins point. 1-1's the count. Remember, this is the last set, so the points only go up to 15 or whomever wins by 2 over 15, technically. If it's tied at 14. Nice tip there by Kobe John. Is that going to stay in bounds? And no, it is not.
Oh,
it's going to be
so
error
close
on his, and that is unfortunate, but he's going to stay on there. 2-1 is the count. Bruins are up 1. And this tightly contested game between these two.
Kobe at 6 kills now.
Nice set there by Quibbins. Kino Shinta thought he had it, tried to be a little bit slick, ended up hitting the net, and unfortunately leads to the point for the Bruins. 3-1, they're up quickly and fast. Well, the Bruins, they're up 2. Better be careful as Justin Kong is up for service.
No time to be slick, no time to be confident here.
Kino Shinta goes up, and Blanchette's gonna punch it. And that is too far, too much sauce, and that leads to the point for the Bruins. 4-1, 3-point lead already, and coming early off of errors, off of hitting. Danielle, would you be worried if you're the Hawks?
I mean, they just got to stay concentrated here. They're pulling a bit too risky moves right now. Look at how they're hitting the ball. Right to us, we caught the ball.
And right directly in the hands of myself. I don't know if I'm supposed to keep it or if I'm not. I do not keep it,
I
but
told
I'm
you should play. Everyone in your high school is. You got to flex on that one.
Definitely should keep it in the family with that sort of.
That was a beautiful catch.
Wonderful catch on my part. I'm tickled red. Kobe John sends the serve into that, unfortunately, as he subbed off for Josh Liang.
We're going to have to get that ball a passport because it has traveled all around the world tonight. Holy.
5-2 is the count as Dela Cruz is serving. My goodness, I was startled. Thought I was going to break my glasses. Liang. Kino Shinta to,
Oh my goodness, that was too close to call.
Blanchette that went off of him multiple times. Gibbs leaned down to try and get it off, but unsuccessful as the Bruins are up 4 now.
Watch this replay. It just comes back at him before he even notices it. Side to side. Dela Cruz serving.
Quibbins. Kino Shinta. Blanchette. Oh, but saved by Kong. Keeping it up. Is the Bruins. Gibbs sets it up for Kino Shinta. Is it going to Blanchette? Yes, it is. Oh, and they cannot handle it. And the Sheridan Bruins fumble it and leads to the point for Humber. 3-6 is the count.
Just off of Boucherat's hand there. If you can't handle the heat, you got to get out of this Humber kitchen because I'm telling you, it's getting hot.
We do have a culinary program. Keep that in mind. As Kino Shinta is for the service. Chris Adams with a hard punch, but Josh Liang keeps it safe. That's why he's staying on the court. He's that defensive anchor. Keeping it going is the Hawks. Oh, watch out for Gibbs as he's going to punch that in, but LaSala keeps it going. Kong to Dela Cruz. Little lighter than usual. Up to, going to keep it going to the Hawks. Ball's moving. We got a nice rally going here. Watch it, because it's going out of bounds.
Oh.
It's like Guy Fieri's favorite food. It's out of bounds. So that's 4 for 6.
Holy.
And 4 for the Hawks, 6 for the Sheridan Bruins.
You see how Gibbs has not stopped here. He's pulling a bit of a Miley Cyrus right now. He's saying, we can't stop, and we won't stop. It's only a 2-point game here in the Hawks' nest.
Absolutely. We're keeping it tightly contested as Kino Shinta off for the serve. Hawks are down 2, but the energy here is palpable. Oh, deep dive there for Dela Cruz. Oh, good save by Kino Shinta. Keeping it moving are the Hawks, are the Bruins to the Hawks. Kino Shinta to Gibbs. Punches it back, but Dela Cruz saves it. Watch out for LaSala, and LaSala punches it home. Josh Liang is not happy about that. Knew he could have stepped forward a little bit quicker. 7-4 is the score, and my goodness, looks like the Bruins are going to try and solidify their 4th place spot in the division.
That replay, LaSala coming in for that.
So close.
Woo.
Chris Adams with the service. Josh Liang fields it. Oh, Gibbs saves it. They get it over the net. Adams. To Ross, no, to Dela Cruz, saves it. Oh, but a miscommunication at the Hawks at a crucial time when not necessary, which is gonna lead.
Blanchette just not going in for that. You know, it's gonna be key for the Hawks. What it's gonna come down to is just a mental game. It's past the physical. We're aware that we have some of the best athletes in the OCAA in this gym today. Right now, all it's gonna take is gonna be a game of focus and concentration.
Absolutely, as a quick switch of the courts occurs for the midsection of the game. My goodness, what energy we're seeing here from both sides. The Hawks and the Bruins are both pulling in lots of energy. 4-8's the current score, and the Hawks are trailing by 4 as Adams is up for service. And my goodness, this has been a game of ups, downs, lefts, rights, and
all around.
I
mean, you even had an assist
yes,
at one
I did.
point.
I recently just had an assist. Everyone's
probably getting involved.
It was the shining moment of my recent athletic career. Looking like there's a little bit of discourse going on with the referees, figuring out what's going on when and who's going on what, and who's on first and what's on second.
I hope the referee had his coffee tonight because he has had to stay awake for all the calls they're disputing.
Absolutely. Service is coming from Adams. Nice bump there. Gibbs punches it. Adams saves it. LaSala saves it as well. Kong punches it over. But it's going straight. Oh, that looks like it was nearly a 6-pack, but I don't think it was. But Blanchette punched it in for the point. 5-8's the count.
Bringing Adams right down to the ground, almost bowing down to Blanchette there, and now he leaves the court.
Got him. That's a 6-pack for sure. Got him right in the head as Blanchette is up for service. 8-5's the count. Hawks are only down 3. Can they pull off the comeback? LaSala with the bump to Macaulay Ross. Hinoshinta fields it. Gibbs pumps it up and over. Dela Cruz. Not Ross. Oh, that's going to be a fielding net error in the favor of Humber. That's a point for the Hawks, 6-8.
Holy 2-point game right now. Nobody can get comfortable.
Blanchette for the service. He's been having a great game service-wise. Got a couple of aces to his name.
25 kills as well. Woo.
Macaulay Ross gets blocked. It goes off of his head. And the first-year Quentin Hudgens showing off that fresh new legs. He got hit in the face earlier in the game and says, no, I'm going to return the favor when it counts. 8-7, Hawks are behind by 1. Bruins up 1, and we want to just appreciate the hustle and the energy that these players are putting out, and we have ended up having a fantastic game here.
You know what, Macaulay? You might feel like you're home alone, but you have to remember that you are in the Hawks' home right now. They're making it very clear that they're on their home court. As you see in these replays, they're working hard for this game right now, talking to their coach, doing a bit of a rally, staying warm.
Don't mess with them, young fella. The will get for you. And my goodness, Hudgens got him back good. Got him a great 6-pack. As you can see, Justin Kong is relaxing there.
I don't know if there's such a thing as a 12-pack in this sport, but I mean, there were quite a few more than a 6-pack going on here. I mean, I think you almost got one as well. People in the stands.
Whoa. Disclaimer, I did not get anything near to a 6-pack. Actually, I had a perfect hand form for a volley, but I didn't want to send it back into play. I'm not gonna say I could play on the team. I could play on the team.
You're just saying if they were accepting resumes.
For bench warmers, I'd be
in.
lining up as Blanchette is lining up for service here. 8-7's the count. 2-2 for the sets. Blanchette service. Kong with the set. Watch out for LaSala. Oh, but it's saved by the Hawks. Quibbins. Oh, and a wonderful shot. Dela Cruz looks shattered. Disappointed he wasn't able to reach for it as Quibbin just laced that one beautifully. Leading to an 8-all count. My goodness, what a game as we've got.
Dela Cruz can't cruise on this one.
As Blanchette goes up for service. Fantastic shot there by Quibbin. And Oh, and LaSala shoots it out of bounds, and that's going to be an error on their end, and a point for the Hawks. 9-8. This could be a crucial possession here for the Hawks.
LaSala just getting frustrated now. Feel the energy in here.
Set from Kong. LaSala going up. Oh, soft. Oh, great near pancake by Quibbin, but unsuccessful. 9-9 all. My goodness, what a tightly contested game.
Like I said, LaSala just hit it out a bit too hard that last time. All it took for us to calm down. That was just a slight little tip over there. That's all it took.
And a quick substitution as Butcherit subs out for Ross. What a wonderful series of events here. Wow, the Bruins have been playing well. The Hawks have been playing well. My goodness, we've got ourselves a game.
David's coming in with 9 kills.
Ricky Davids on the serve. Josh Liang. Gibbs. Bruins keeping it afloat. Oh, stopping Dela Cruz's shot in his tracks. Gibbs, and he stops Dela Cruz. That's 2 crucial errors against Dela Cruz in the late end of this game. And the 9th-ranked player offensively in the OCAA is struggling defensively against the hot Humber offense.
You can see their head coach there, Frank Pinto, just yelling at them, so frustrated on the small little errors that they're making.
Josh Pascal subs in for Quentin Hudgens. Watch out for LaSala. Josh Hudgens makes a little bit of a hero ball play. No! That would have been going to Clayton. Would have been going to Gibbs, but he sacrificed his body and was unsuccessful at that attempt.
Boys really bringing it together right now. Tie game, 10-10.
10-all is the count. LaSala's service for the Bruins. Had a great game for himself. Has been playing a great all-round game. That looked like Kobe John had that, but it looked like he was stuffed successfully by the front line of the Sheridan Bruins, and that's that's a point for the Hawks. I think he successfully pulled that one off.
Both teams thought they got it there for a second. It was so close to call.
There was a little quick confusion as the Bruins keep the ball moving. Kinoshita sets it up for Blanchette, who punches it. LaSala turns it back. Kong's gonna get it over the net. Liang sets it up. Kobe? No. Oh, and it's gone. It's going, it's going, it's gone. And Nicholas Quibbin with 2 clutch plays here in the late end of this game. My goodness, what a play.
The ball going all the way out to Lakeshore on that one.
Or even the Orangeville campus. My goodness. Butcherit tried his best to get to it, and that's a timeout called by the Bruins. Danielle. Oh, my God, I need a new pair of pants because that freaking
are you kind of wishing that your glasses got broken so you didn't have to see this right now?
No, they're all fogged up. I can't even see anything.
I mean, it is intense. Just looking back on it right now, these rallies are not lasting long. They are getting point after point after point and making sure that they are giving some really intense attacks. Look at how LaSala came up on that one. His error was incredible.
And this has definitely been a tightly contested game, as you can see Coach Pinto talking to his teammates, trying to rally them. Boys, we're down 2. What can we do differently to do better for the Hawks? You can see them surrounding about Wayne Wilkins, and Wilkins is just saying, keep doing what you're doing, young fellas, because what you're doing is right. 10-12 is the count.
I think
2 sets all matched to Danielle.
I think Cruz, I was just about to say, he was cruising a little bit, made a few crucial errors, came back in with a beautiful kill. He's going to have to really focus because he's a key player. 17 kills for Cruz right now.
Gibbs is up for service. He's got to be careful, for sure. Cruz has definitely had some defensive lapses, and that's becoming the downfall of this Bruins team. Silence is coming throughout the gym. Gibbs' service. Service is going up. LaSala. 2, Dela Cruz, but he punches it out. That means it's 13-10, and the Hawks are just only 2 points away from a victory.
It's a good call by Liang to let that one out. He's doing so well as a libero right now for the Hawks, despite the injuries working through in this game.
He's really anchored that defense excellently. You're absolutely correct, Danielle. As the set goes up for Dela Cruz, Blanchette saves it. And it's going up to Quibbins. Oh, but too much mustard on it. And it looks like they got the point. They got the point successfully. Substitute. And oh, wow. My goodness. What a play.
That was just a light touch there from the Sheridan Bruins. That's going to give Humber that point.
14-10 is the count. Substitution, LaSala checks out. And, wow, making an appearance is Flavio Polo for the first time. Oh, weak set there. And it's going to hit the net.
Oh, and that's going to make
that's
for
it.
a win.
That's it. That's game over. The Hawks succeed. The late substitution by the Bruins ended up being their undoing under the energetic play. You can see that right there. The weak set there by Flavio, and it ended up allowing the Hawks for victory. The Hawks succeed 3-2 against the Sheridan Bruins. Any stars of the game for you, Danielle?
I mean, Dela Cruz definitely on the Sheridan team was something that we had to look out for. But I mean, I gotta say, Gibbs was my true MVP along with Blanchette. Wow, what a game here tonight, Josh.
Fantastic game here at the Hawks next. And then for both of us, for both Danielle and I'm proud to say that we had a fantastic game calling this game. Men's volleyball here at the Hawks Nest. 3-2 was the final. Humber takes it and moving on up in the rankings, stays undefeated. And Sheridan falls for the second time this season. Thank you so much for tuning in. Have a great night.